And we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It is Wednesday. It means it's another time for a SoulCalibur bracket. We are out here. I have with me tonight BeanieThuggish and JJJ helping us out on commentary. How are you two doing tonight, Beanie?
I am doing wonderful. I cannot wait to commentate Win and Freak Out episode 13 for SoulCalibur 6 online.
Fuck. Forgot. There's a slight inside joke, Jay. Anyway, Jay, how are you doing, Jay?
Oh, I'm doing fine. It's a little bit late for me. Just to make sure I fully understand the situation, we're not going to talk about pissing in trash cans anymore.
I mean,
we can, but maybe.
When was the last time you pissed in a trash can?
I was like 13, so.
Thank you for answering my question. Back to you, Bigpapachunk.
So we got this Matcherino going. If you type !Matcherino into my chat, and not destroy any trash cans with your anyway.
There was a bag in it. It's fine.
Anyway, !Matcherino will bring up the link. You can click on it and it takes you to the Matcherino page. You can create or sign into a Matcherino account, and then you click the blue claim code button, which adds a free 25 cents to the pot. All of this will go straight to our top 3 players for tonight, and it costs you absolutely nothing to use those claim code buttons. So if you haven't, please go click on or get the link, whatever you do it in the chat. But use those codes, please. There's 44 remaining out of the 50, so thank you to everyone who's used them so far. Very much appreciate it. And then if you want, there's it's currently not on my screen. I'll have to refresh. But there will be an orange. There it is. The orange contribute button. You can click on that, and you can add your own custom amount to the prize pool if you're feeling generous. Usually it comes from your PayPal. There are also like this Text Now app quest, where if you download the app, it'll download $2 to the prize pool, and I think 50 cents to the American Red Cross. And there's also Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube subscribe and follow quests, which add small amounts here and there. There's also 2 manga you could buy at the bottom. So if you're interested in Snake Girl manga, you can buy those.
Though some of y'all are weebs.
Yeah. Well, we have to worry. If you want it, though, you do have to follow up, because the publisher doesn't get like an automatic notice. But okay. Thank you, Revan, for $100.
Revan is already trying to make it competitive. There's already $100 worth of chicken nugget money in the pot. Let's go.
Holy shit. Okay. Well, we're starting off good tonight, so it's going to be great. We got a pretty big bracket. A lot of people showing up tonight. Speaking of, I'm going to get us started. You know what we're just going to do? We're going to get Revan, since he just donated a nice amount, and lift your balls on the screen.
INC lift your balls. He's incorporated.
Oh, correct.
Yeah, incorporated lift your balls. Yeah, he's definitely a corporate man, but he's also...
Well, it's just the fact that the process of lifting your balls, he has a patent on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's not even patent pending.
That's it.
That shit takes years to do.
He must have lifted a lot of balls to get it patented.
Well, no. He just did it a few times really well.
Spit.
Exactly. Quality over quantity. It's not about spitting. That's gross.
Wait a minute. I guess in the context of balls, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No, I don't think you should have. I agree with your second assessment about this. Yeah. We are going... Revan plays Grow.
Huang.
Yeah, so we're going to see Grow versus...
Huang?
It'll probably be Huang.
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot. He does play Huang.
And lift your balls. I'm not sure who this is, so this could be a total...
Oh, I know who this is. This is a Valdo player. So we are going to see Huang
versus
Valdo. No, I'm very familiar with anybody who has balls in their name.
What about the melee player West Balls?
I know I have intimate knowledge about West Balls.
Nice.
I hope that's all the information you need.
Yes, I'll make a tag named East Balls, and you'll have to get to know me as well.
So we're gonna see Valdo versus Huang. I just also want to mention some of the other people in this bracket, because we obviously have a handful of the people that we typically see in something like this. Incendiate, Jimbo, Zeph, handful of other people that you tend to see pretty often. Another Huang player, Florida Man. But we also have people like Less Than Lee, who's decided to show up, which I'm very happy about.
Frazzle as well.
I am also very excited for that. Sly Tiger versus Razzle Frazzle. We're probably not going to be able to see it because it is a first round thing, but I do love the idea of, like, that is effectively a matchup of guy who does everything versus guy who does nothing. And so it's an unstoppable force
versus an immovable
object. And I don't know how much Razzle Frazzle was playing the game, because I haven't seen him in quite some time, but I am optimistically excited at the potential of seeing him play in a competitive scenario. Some of the players that I mentioned have also spent a lot of time doing Elden Ring stuff recently, so everybody, with all due respect, don't get your hopes up. We're probably going to be seeing a lot of spaghetti, potentially a lot of rust, as I imagine a variety of different people, same in the Illuminati League, are going to be people who are just coming off of Elden Ring, so we'll see.
I feel like Elden Ring really helps with your reaction time.
Oh yeah, you think so? I doubt it helps with their execution, though.
They may not. Yeah, I was like, they may have lost some of the execution, but like, let's think about it. Calibur's not a super execution-intensive game anyway for most of these characters. So it's just like they got their ass beaten by Radon so hard that there's no shot they're not going to step that person. They're stepping it today.
Oh, nice catch on that back turn B+K. It is so rare that a Huang player actually has to worry about somebody being able to catch one of the most evasive moves in the game. See, immediately we see that Huang is uninterested in doing back turn B+K a second time. Even though he barely got punished, it was already enough to condition him almost instantaneously.
Ooh, this is already a final hit situation, and Revan closes that out very well with that wall rise and B+K. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of an unfortunate situation. I think the Voldo player was looking to utilize the fact that it's very difficult to get any kind of Oki on Voldo, so he ended up just waiting a while on the ground and then backing up, and then Huang just decided to do 2 A+B anyway, and just hit him out.
Very good. Oh, speaking of not being able to get any Oki on Voldo, not being able to take your turn back either, going for that back turn 4K 3 times in a row, gets it the 3rd time.
Voldo's definitely a character that has a variety of different pieces of set play. Both of these characters much more mid-rangey type poking games. I think Voldo has a little bit more frame advantage, but also has a worse I-12. Oh man, he ducked and then got right back into that grab.
Up into the throw and did not break the back throw. Kind of unfortunate. It seems like a pretty common throw there because you are going to be able to put your opponents back towards the wall, but
both of them would have killed, so I'm not entirely surprised. At that point, it's just a straight up 50-50. Frankly, I doubt that he was trying to break a grab at all because he had already ducked. Here you can kind of see that some of these ducking baits and some of these grab baits are already kind of working pretty heavily for Voldo because you see Voldo ends up going for some of these grabs. Alright, ends up getting the A+B into an immediate 1A. I doubt the Voldo player's all that happy about something like that happening. That's not going to be death just yet, but it's going to put him in a bad situation.
Ooh, this is definitely a bad situation and does not break the throw. Balls is getting his first round here. Didn't know how to say his name properly.
Ooh, boy, that's tough, yeah. That's why I've been saying the Voldo player. That's because I'm a professional.
Ooh, good reverse ledge there. Going for the clash. Let's see who gets it. Revan sidestepping, getting the 3v launch right after. Putting himself at 1 talisman here, not too bad. Hopefully he can stick at -2 for the rest of this round, so he's not too limited in the final round situation if he doesn't close this out here. Whoa, that was a little
boy, what a ambitious choice there to go for this CE. Immediately into a 1A after a whip. I don't know so much about that. 2B,
and here are the things getting whip punished either. Very evasive characters on the screen right now.
Oh, nice duck. That's not going to do it just yet. He does have a bar. No, that's going to be RE save. So yeah, that's going to be the first game. And there were a handful of spots where I think the Voldo player had some sort of an idea of what he was going to do on offense. But the defensive options that the Huang player has chosen have been so downright wacky that I have a tough time believing that the Voldo player has ever felt comfortable trying to utilize some sort of an offense. I feel like perhaps the best way to go about it would be to stick at some sort of a mid-range type gameplay. But Huang's not that bad at that either, so that's tough.
That game where Voldo's 1K is perfect for the pushback, I think that's probably where Balls needs to stay because Revan is very wacky, and I think it comes from the fact that he played Grow for so long. So a lot of the things that Grow can do out of a defense, they're going to come into play here with Huang as well.
Yeah, Voldo's just getting counter-hit over and over again. Like I was saying before, Voldo not exactly the fastest character in the world. Both of them are pretty good when it comes to the mid-range. Voldo significantly more about the frame situation, but this is a major proponent of this match so far, is that a huge swath of the lows that Voldo has gone for have been blocked. Things like 1A and 4-4A have very much not been blocked on Voldo's side of the field, and that's been kind of a killer.
I believe even if 1A is blocked, isn't it only -12 as well? Voldo's not gonna
he wouldn't get anything, but the fact of the matter is it would be much better for the Voldo player if he didn't get hit by it.
Oh, not another 1K coming out. Good stuff. Backstepping that 2A there.
this is all such weird situations. He doesn't have.
The backstep and tried to come back in for the whip punish, assuming that third hit would not come out. Revan so wacky, playing that string full out.
I think that entire time, Anton was just like, all I need to do is whip 1-2A and I have a bar, and then suddenly he can't do any of this because I'll just CE him, and he just never got the opportunity to do so.
Not only did he not get the opportunity, Revan did not seem to care at all. He could play his game regardless of the amount of meter that possibly Balls could have built there.
Alright, immediately going into Soul Charge. Soul Charge versus Soul Charge.
I love the reversal
Soul Charge. Too aggressive there.
A lot of damage here, even on chip. Bar meter here. Not
I
a
don't
good
know
situation
much.
to follow.
Yeah, I mean, so he's going to get some sort of like block pressure here. He's going to potentially be able to come up with some sort of a ring out. And there it's no, it's not going to be a ring out. It's just going to be.
Oh my gosh, what is he doing?
Ah, yes, the old 3A on block, putting you at -8, and it's time to 3B, and that ends up pulling it out for Revan.
Revan taking that too. Oh, that was very clean. I was hopefully expecting to see a lot more mid-range play out of Balls there, but he didn't seem to maybe he just didn't put it together fast enough that the way to play that there was probably
It was very, very odd.
Yeah.
A very difficult situation. He also got kind of beat up by very awkward, small attack. This is typically the way to beat Baldo in a lot of places, where it's just like you go up into his face, and he doesn't really have the ability to deal with small, awkward, stagnant kind of pressure that just continuously goes for like these little tiny bits of damage. You couple that with the fact that he wasn't able to block things like 1A and 4-4A, that's going to send him into a role that is just going to be very difficult to deal with.
Yeah, that was definitely a steamroll situation where the other player just never got a hold of Revan's timing. If Balls had gotten a hold of Revan's timing just a little bit harder there, he probably would have at least bring that to like a final round situation for both of those games. But, you know, it is what it is. But we do have
a loser's bracket still, so Balls is not out just yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll end up seeing him again, and that way you can call him Balls and I call him Lift, and no one knows what we're talking about.
Oh no.
Yeah, it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, we're going to be seeing Less Than Lee versus Kurokami the next time.
Is that the less than symbol? Yeah, that is indeed the less than symbol. Yeah, so less than symbol Lee versus Kurokami. So I'm
okay. I don't think you're supposed to say symbol. It's not like you say like exclamation point symbol or interrobang.
Are you sure I am?
I said you as in the royal you. You can do whatever you want. Piss in trash cans, all kinds of stuff that clearly everybody does, and, you know, nobody has any kind of problem.
Does everybody not piss in a trash can? And am I the only one who pissed in a trash can at 13 years old?
Okay, yeah, you're probably not the only person in the entire world to piss in a trash can, but this is also not a desirable trait.
I'll give you that. That's fair. So, like, I was expecting to see this. I'm expecting to see Tira versus...
Oh right,
I really like this matchup.
Kami as a grow player. I never expected to see
Tira, but his Tira is definitely the main. Once he came back, he was more focused on trying to get his Tira up to shape again. And I really think that he knows a lot about this matchup. He had to play it a pretty good amount in Houston because there was a few Houston Siegfried players. So,
is this the battle of like the best backdash versus the worst backdash?
That's pretty funny to think about.
I guess with Kamaru, but yeah, that's gonna be funny. I'm trying to think of the last time that I saw this, and I honestly can't remember. I'd be willing to bet that a large portion of what this matchup is like is stage dependent.
Yeah, I think that any smaller stage where Siegfried can close in the distance a little bit better and kind of force Tira into awkward spots.
Walls.
Walls specifically are going to be a lot better for him. But if they get an open stage for this first stage and he does not win, they're going to need a reroll here for sure. I do have to ask because I've never actually got to ask you. How do you feel about the system going back from the dojo system? How we used to be able to pick stage. Oh, this is exactly not the stage.
Yeah, this is the exact worst kind of stage that Lee would want. But to be completely honest, I don't really have much of an answer to that question, if only because I haven't really been involved in the online competitive scene. That's not really. I've commentated it, you know, a handful of times, but in terms of an actual competitor, I have found online and even Parsec to be revolting. It's very difficult for me to deal with. Also, you got it
fair, especially right. Most of the Parsec stuff happens on the West Coast. So West Coast to East Coast. I'm sure this is like 150 MS for Lee right now. So
yeah, for me it was about I think about 60 the last time that I played. Yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world. I just have a very tough time. It does not take much delay to severely interact with my kind of gameplay. So,
ooh, speaking of severely interacting, going for the GI there right after, and Kurokami making the most of it, evening out this life lead here. This is very scary. Oh, goes for the 2K with the long legs to close it out. Lead.
He ended up getting that first round, but it is important to note Kurokami is 1, starting off in Gloomy, and 2, already has 5 stance changes. Make it 6.
Yeah, very close to already getting Gloomy Coda, which, in my opinion, is probably one of the best characters in the game.
Yeah, I mean, it's up there with, like, Triple Amy.
Oh god, don't remind me that character exists.
Well, considering what happens in competitions, she doesn't.
Yeah, usually it's just red. Oh no! Tries to go for
Here we go.
under. This is going to be a whole lot of damage. Not going to lead to a kill here. But Lee is probably going to go for the soul attack on Oki. No, goes for a throw. And
yeah, I totally respect that decision not to use meter, if only because it was really just down to like 1 grab. Hell, even a broken grab would have put him in like dead to 1k territory. So doesn't have to spend any kind of resources. He can just keep it for, you know, something like this. He's getting like a handful of errant hits now and again, but, you know, Jolly Tira doesn't necessarily grant you a whole lot of momentum in terms of raw damage. So we're going to spend a bar. We're going to see if we can try to utilize this stage positioning.
Oh no, we failed for a 3v instead. He puts towards the wall here. So unfortunate. And tries to wake up with an A+B. A little questionable of a decision, but now he finally has Gloomy Coda. If he can maybe run this comeback by spinning the bar of meter here.
I really feel like we had 2 situations that presumably this is going to be over in a relatively short trip, but of course I don't want to speak too soon here. Okay, we end up playing the bar. I definitely respect it. Okay, well.
And immediately throwing out the 3v. Good stuff from Kurokami. A little risky of a decision, but with so little life left, I think at that point you kind of just have to like end on something.
I appreciate the fact that he just totally destroyed Dark Legacy after Soul Charge activation with 3v. That's some tough stuff. But yeah, there were a handful of spaghetti moments. I doubt that Kurokami wanted A+B in either of those 2 opportunities that ended up happening in that last round. But now he's got Coda, and he has all kinds of opportunities. He can actually get a huge amount of damage, assuming he can actually get up off of the goddamn ground.
Yeah, he's definitely getting really mixed up by these A-slide beats pretty hard here. It's looking like Season 1 Siegfried, as a matter of fact.
Getting that tech crouch off of that freebie to beat that grab. Immediately goes into the bubble. Are we going to see? Okay, yeah,
that's
isn't going to kill, I don't think, right?
It's not going to kill because of the GI's damage.
Man, that does no damage.
Yeah, if he was in Coda, he would have gotten the additional damage off that. But
oh yeah, then he would be in Gloomy. Yeah, Gloomy C would have killed him. But okay, Gloomy Tira versus double Soul Charge Siegfried. Oh no, that's the 3rd time that he has been crushed. God, that really sucks.
No. This is looking pretty bad for Lee right here, actually.
Well, he still has the bar. I think we're talking about an immediate soul charge, like the second that we get an opportunity. It was a fantastic punch. It could have been much more devastating, but now he's up against the wall. So how are we going to be... Yeah, he's just going to fight him towards the corner. He's going to get a huge amount... Decides to drop a piece of the combo so that he could keep the stage positioning. I like that a lot. He's even going to gigantic amount of damage.
Combos actually using that to his advantage here, getting pretty decent damage, and that might be the kill here. We definitely closed it out very well with a 6-6 A+B. Not something that I expected to see 3 times in a row.
Yeah, that was the most kind of small caliber that I think Siegfried can muster. We had a handful of, like, you know, Siegfried, there are a handful of characters, typically shorter range, smaller damage characters that will drop a part of their combo in order to gain better Oki, because the repeatability of that damage is much more important. You don't really see that with a character like Siegfried. Siegfried normally just cashes out instantly with any and every situation, but I guess because we hadn't tried Flapjacks the entire game, we just were under the impression that Flapjacks would be 100% successful, and that's exactly what happened.
I think also you have to remember the fact that even towards the wall, there was only so many options that Kurokami could have picked for like having him flapjacked over and over at the wall. The fact that he didn't break the front was a little concerning, right? Only because of the fact that, yeah, because he was going to be stuck at the wall with front. There's no shot that your opponent takes you off the wall with back, right?
You could kind of even tell that he was a little bit desperate to get off of that wall in the beginning, because he, like, the second that Siegfried was in Soul Charge and had him up against the wall, he immediately went for 6BB, which was just a position to, like, jut himself forward, so he didn't have to deal with that kind of stage positioning, and just
like that right there. Luckily, it worked out pretty well for him right there. Getting these sidestep crouches pretty good from Kurokami. Almost built himself a bar here. Ooh, wait, what? Oh, there we go. That was actually a combo, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, so we're starting in Jolly. We already have 6 stance changes, but we're immediately going to see
Oh,
PG.
not the best thing to do there. Minus 16. Siegfried can blow that up pretty hard.
That was the second time that there was a minus 16. Ooh, fancy schmancy almost there for a second. But that was the second time that a minus 16 position had come up for Lee. The first time he didn't get it due to Elden Ring Rust, but it looks like that's all it took, and now Lee is up into full form. We're going to see him stance parry like he's some sort of Amy player.
I think, like, no flex for Lee. I think he said something. Oh my gosh! I think he said
That was
something about
counter hit. He
knowing
might be
every
dead.
I-16 moving when he's 100% dead.
That was counter. That might be dead.
He's 100% dead. Yep. Yep.
Man, he got to spend exactly 0.2 seconds in Coda. Ain't that a shame?
It's nice to see that character die before she makes super huge comebacks with her soul charge buttons not in soul charge. Smile.
I mean, especially with Siegfried on the screen, I don't know. I don't want to hear too much about a comeback character.
Oh, you're right. Look, we have to think about the fact that, like,
At least Kurokami baited and beat Dark Legacy a few times, right?
it doesn't, like, stick on the character. Yeah, a handful of, maybe, like, half of the time.
But you basically have a guaranteed Dark Legacy like every round.
I don't see the problem. He needs it.
I see the problem. He doesn't need it.
Anyway, I forgot to mention earlier, exclamation donate into the chat brings up the link to my PayPal, which you can use to donate a couple funds, just a couple bucks, like 1 to 5 or something is all I really need, to me directly to help keep this going. We run this entire bracket on AWS servers through Parsec, which allows us to present a much more competitive and stable environment for more players outside of just the West Coast and across the entire United States, and sometimes even beyond. So,
We've had a few EU players, yeah.
You've had EU players on this?
No, not during WNF. We've had we've had Dominican
That would be
Republic.
insane.
No, yeah, an EU player.
We've had a handful of EU players in NLBC and like the things that I used to do with War of the Roses, but that's a whole country away, basically.
Yeah, that's a
It's
whole.
like 175 plus MS for sure.
Yeah.
I
think Ganondorf from France, I think, was working with about 80 MS when he was in NLBC type stuff. I think Dexus was around the same thing, which is honestly still playable for some people.
Yeah, it's doable. It's more difficult, but if you're gonna adjust for it, but I'm kind of the same as you, Jay, where I like in any sort of like delay, and I'm like, oh, I can't step perfectly and do. No, I'm done.
I basically have the reaction time to just get exactly what I want in an offline scenario. So you minus that even just a little bit. Yeah. This is honestly going to sound like just errant complaining for not doing very well in online tournaments to anybody who hasn't played me offline, but anyone and everyone I know who has played me in both situations say that it is a radically different experience.
You guys don't just guess every time you're in a match?
No, we actually prepare stuff.
I just kind of like, I think that's a high, and I just do full cards 3K, and the dopamine hits, and then I 6K, and then I feel good.
You're thinking about getting high and feeling good? I see where you're going with this. Yeah, get that trash can out.
Yes, and then you see the trash can in the corner.
Rotary Lover with the $5 direct contribution. So now we're at 108.25 in the match arena. 37 codes remaining. I'm not trying to rush you guys, chat room, but there's 83 of y'all in here, all right? 37 codes. That's less than half of you guys. I'm expecting to see more codes getting pushed out. Exclamation point Matcherino in the chat. Please don't spell it like an Italian on accident. Oops.
Yeah, there's only one OS option. But yeah, again, if you could donate just a few dollars to help me keep the Parsec one going. There's also exclamation donate brings up the link to the Google Doc where I keep track of all the funds and how my Parsec costs, so you can see where that money is going and how much I still have in the small bank account. So please very much appreciate it. Next up, Florida Man and Twice a Day.
When you said exclamation donate, did you mean exclamation symbol donate?
Yes, exclamation symbol donate. I'm sorry. If you just type in exclamation the word, it doesn't work. You have to do exclamation symbol donate.
I hate it here.
Thank God we got. Thank God I was sitting down for this news. All the blood would have rushed to my head. Everybody shut up, okay? We're gonna see Voldo versus Killick right now. This is very important.
What people would call low tiers?
I don't know so much about Killick being the low tier, but I am I recently lost my Killick S rank, and I am trying to get it back. So this is very important for me to pay attention to. So everybody, don't talk, don't say anything. I am concentrating right now. I am paying attention.
Very good 2-2 B plus K there to get away from that throw. I like what Twice is trying to do here, trying to space out Voldo, trying to play that mid range just a little bit better than Florida Man can here.
Yeah, it's important to know Florida Man, not necessarily known for his Voldo. He has been playing Voldo exclusively for, I'm going to say, like, a handful of days. So he plays it as a very slow kind of mid-range, what you would kind of expect from a Huang player, I think, is that you would see the kind of this kind of stuff. But the problem is that I don't think he's necessarily used to the fact that his wall rising moves are like some of the absolute garbage.
Worst in the game, yes.
Like,
very
boy. Wall rising B is a really good move if you can hit it, but I think like the fastest wall rising move he has is like 16.
Yeah, I-16 with his wall rising A, if I'm not mistaken, or his wall rising K?
No, I think it's his K, but I'm not a Voldo.
Oh my gosh, that tracked.
Besides the for Ep.14 at plus 12, I don't know so much about that, but we're going to see... So this is the thing, is that, again, both very similar to Voldo versus Huang. We're talking about two mid-range neutral-type monsters. Honestly, I would argue that these are two of the probably best neutral-type characters in the game at the moment. Yes. I think both of these characters have a fantastic amount of frames and pushback on all of their moves where you just get a natural amount of stuff. Ooh, decides to go for the Super Free to get away from the Oki there. I like that.
Tried to skip that and does not clear it, unfortunately.
Alright, well, you died.
A little too early of a button from Florida Man. Crouch into button, immediately getting blown up by the 3B.
This is one thing that I think Killick totally outshines Voldo on, is that Killick can get ring outs just kind of incidentally. Like, I feel like that 3B was obviously a ring out attempt, but it was a good idea if only because it's only minus 12, and Voldo, along with Nightmare and like Siegfried and a handful of others, are the kinds of characters where you shove minus 12 stuff down their throat as much as you can.
Ooh, tried to step away from that. Unfortunately, did not get away.
Now, one thing that Voldo could potentially do, I don't know if Florida Man is used to this kind of gameplay yet, but I do think that Voldo outshines Killick in terms of the guard crush scenario. I think he might be okay now.
Yes, he's definitely going to have to build some amount of guard crush here. I think that,
I just don't know if he plays that way, is the thing. Because if he's just going to do 2-2A, that's not going to work. Okay, well, that's
not at all, especially with that second 4A, I'm sorry, fourth 4A to close out that game. I think establishing that as a win condition with Voldo is pretty strong. He has some of the best guard crush damage in the game. It does very well at guard crushing characters, especially ones who want to sit and block a lot, right? We didn't see a lot of auto GIs from Twice today. We saw a lot more just like blocking it out and waiting for his turn as honestly as he could, right? Like it was a very honest form of play from Twice. I don't really know how else to put that.
Yeah, it was a clear difference in comfortability with those kinds of spacings, and I'm not surprised that we saw a mad dash to character select so that we can go into Huang. It's kind of funny that we're seeing, Voldo and, well, I guess it's more common in Wednesday night fights, but Voldo and Huang, not necessarily the characters that I find to be inundated in the tournament scene as much as you would expect from like the first handful of matches we've seen so far. Alright, I don't know so much about whiffing right at the start, but
very interesting.
Very slow.
Here we go. Already starting the GI wars. How's this going to work out? It looks like it works out in the favor of Twice today. Good stuff, getting that pretty big damage there. Almost half a bar of meter already built. Twice today's whip punishes are amazing this game so far.
Yeah, the 6A plus Bs have been pretty fantastic. I appreciate the fact that we immediately got our devastation aura. Woohoo! Immediate step
grab Twice today. He's a big fan of step ducking, not allowed to throw this man most of the time.
I honestly feel like Florida Man is not dealing with Killick stances all that appropriately. Typically speaking, when you see Monument out of like a stance cancel, you typically want to duck because that's exactly what Killick wants to do, and then you try to sidestep. You effectively try to step duck against the vertical stance as well, but we haven't seen either of those responses from Florida Man. I wonder if Twice a Day is going to pick up on that and feel like he can actually go a little bit more step heavy or stance heavy, because I find that Killick stances are not normally that good because they actually kind of have hard answers to them. So he might get a little bit more into
that. No! Oh, God!
I don't even think that was an unblockable. I think he ended up stopping it a little bit early.
Yeah, I think he just stepped slightly too late, was not expecting the full charge out of it.
You know you have to time... Oh, no, that is not going to work. That was a fantastic bait. I don't know if that's what Twice a Day meant, but doing B into G was some pretty solid stuff to bait out somebody with high reactions. Alright, we're immediately... Man, Florida Man has not played this video game so far. Okay, immediately in RI.
You're not allowed to play even in Soul Charge here.
It is important to note that we do have Devastation. Yep, alright. I kind of wish that I was able to say that before so I could look really cool, but, you know, we're going to see not a good punish at all.
Oh my god, what is the world of that
after people say? Okay, nothing has made any sense, so now we're going to see if Evil Killer can do nothing at all, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of life left on the side of Florida Man. I think that it was pretty good to just play that slow there after that pretty big scramble.
Yeah, none of that made any sense.
Yeah, it didn't work out very well for the Killer player for Twice a Day, unfortunately. But oh my goodness, it's really looking like Twice a Day's got a lock on this round here.
Okay, but he does have a bar. I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to find a place to spend it. Instead, we're just going to wait a while and do a 3v. We're going to spend a whole bunch of different talismans. Yeah. Okay.
I really like that. Instead of trying to do like a stepped-up call-out, he just immediately waited for the monument and got a full hard call-out. One more of those throws, and that's going to be the end of this game here. A lot of chip coming out on that long-range Soul Charge button.
All right, that's not going to do it. Oh, okay, you ended up getting it. But man, I appreciate the fact that, so there was a clear statement the first time that we saw Huang Soul Charge, right? We saw an immediate RI on fly. And what Florida Man decided to do was just immediately just run up to him and do a command grab. Now we have last round Huang, and you can do all kinds of crazy stuff, and that's going to be ring up.
Character last round. I didn't even get to finish saying it before he died.
Well, it is really important. The fact of the matter is you do have to be wary of that low in that situation. I feel like people have not necessarily gotten used to -9 Huang having that unseeable low lethal hit, but the problem is that it's not necessarily unseeable, seeing as how he has to go into stance right before. Now, obviously, there is a mid that can be pretty crushing in the middle there, but I don't think Florida Man has dealt with anybody who has the Huang experience that forces him to go to the second level of Yomi in that situation. You know what I mean? So
doesn't ring out if I'm not mistaken.
No. It would do a lot of damage, but it's not going to.
So it's not like one of those instant win buttons at the edge where
it's not a 50-50 for death. It's just a 50-50 for let's see who ends up doing. Oh, Florida Man! Every once in a while, Florida Man gets into this position where he just bulldogs his reverse ring out, which is good, but like I just don't want to go with that.
Be honest? Did you block that 2-8+B?
Yeah, I always do.
Oh, nice. I didn't block that.
Nobody question me any further on that.
Nobody try it on him, okay? Nobody.
The problem is that I play Amy, so I don't even get anything if I do that. It's the same with Huang's 1A.
Ooh, very good stuff. Waiting out that little side step there, getting pretty big punish and a whole lot of tempo now. I think he's definitely in the driver's seat here. Not going to spin the block.
I think that was supposed to be CE. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't have killed.
Okay, let's be real. He should have CE'd this.
I really feel, because he was in yellow, he could have gotten his talisman back. Maybe it wouldn't have killed, but I don't know. I feel like that was a bit greedy. But boy, howdy, going for that 1K hold, that would have worked on me, but not twice a day.
The immediate reaction to just mash on that I-12 CE on Wake Up, very good stuff from Twice a Day. Not letting him check him with anything fake. Good stuff, trying to do the sidestep block there. Not picking up on the punish, though.
This has honestly been like the only opportunity we've seen Florida Man get to play is when he's in Soul Charge, I swear. We've not really gotten to see Florida Man be able to like use him. He gets situations like this, so I guess that's not entirely fair, but
ooh, no punish on that. And stops him from stepping. Good stuff from Florida Man. He did this the last game too, a full 3-round comeback. Do you think he can do it again?
I'm not even sure. Could Twice a Day have punished that 1A? I feel like the Wall Rising K might have been out of range. I might be wrong, but
yeah, the Wall Rising K was 100% out of range. I think that he kind of threw away extra frame advantage there, where he could have just gone for like a step forward and just tried to see what Florida Man did, or gone for a throw, but unfortunately put something out that got him into a situation where he possibly could have thrown away the round.
Both of these guys are just like throwing haymakers at each other. Okay, Soul Charge versus Soul Charge. Both of them have had a lot of activity with this. And that's not what it is. Okay, it is. But okay. But okay, so it's 1 bar to 1 bar, but this is again last round Huang, and we have he's just gonna spend talisman after talisman after talisman so that he can get those lethal hits.
Oh my gosh! Over that low, good stuff. Already at -8. This is terrifying. -9.
Oh, come on, dude! You gotta see it coming. Okay, so bar versus bar. I don't know how Twice a Day is going to be able to pull this off. This is going to be really difficult.
1As are hitting their mark surprisingly more often than I would expect.
No, I mean, that's safe, so you're fine, but... Yeah, but how are you going to deal with this meter? Like, this is going to be really, really tough.
Oh,
okay,
no.
I appreciate the potential of the read, but GI into duck.
Twice a Day is just getting right on all the A's, but unfortunately, Rick the button is right in the spacing of Florida Man, closing it out with that 6-6 B. Good stuff.
What a weird set. That was a very weird set of games when we went to Juan. Like, the Valdo one was kind of boring, and then there was, like, mid-range going on in the first game, and I feel like Twice a Day was definitely in control pretty much any time that Florida Man wasn't in Soul Charge. But then again, once we saw, especially during the last round, -9 Juan coming out, was definitely the killer that Twice a Day was not. I think he was under the impression, so the first time he got hit by the lethal hit low, he just ended up getting up and just didn't realize that there was a low in this situation, that you would just go raw into stance, kind of like Grow or something like that, right? Yeah. And the second time around, he did a tech to the side, and I think he was under the impression that would be enough, but it is a Quake that is something that you still have to deal with. So basically, staying on the ground or blocking low, I definitely think is the the level 1 Yomi in that spot. Like, you kind of basically have to always do it. If you just eat it on the ground, I'm pretty sure you're fine. Huang players, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you just get hit by that low,
it's usually okay. And the main reason why is because even if he goes for the mid, if you're not like fully 100% back up against the ring edge, you can definitely tech afterwards to play yourself into a better position to be able to punish the next incoming attack, or I guess tempo the next incoming attack. You're not going to punish him or anything, but
yeah, basically,
he definitely just like he wasn't ready for that low at all. Florida Man only used the mid one time, and Twice they still blocked the mid. He never blocked for the low, ever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see there being much of a point in blocking it when he doesn't have the lethal hit. The low is pretty good. But I think the mids can be significantly scarier, and so I can appreciate that. But especially, I guess one of the things you do have to worry about when you get hit by the Quake stun, like, on the ground. So you'll get hit by it. The Huang player will almost undoubtedly continue on in the stance, which will propel him forward, and then you're going to have to be worried about his back turn B+K.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about the back turn B+K.
That is something that has happened to me a variety of times, and that's very similar to the weird spaghetti situation that we had during that one round, where Twice a Day just completely got melted with the fact that the default setting for any kind of weird situation, very similar to Amy, is just to immediately backturn B+K, and the evasiveness of that move is kind of ridiculous. I wonder if Killer can parry that and get something off of it. That would be
backturn B+K, yes, that is indeed very good. I don't know if it's going to push him in is the problem, but yes.
Yeah, could he get anything out of it? I don't know. I mean, who could really say about anything? These are questions for philosophers.
I think the bigger thing is you have to remember how, like, evasive that move is. So sometimes even if you parried, it might, like, put them in, like, a really awkward range where you don't get anything off.
Yeah, I think you would just probably at best be able to get him to block the B where you get nothing out of your frame advantage.
Yeah.
Speaking of, it looked like you were talking about back parry B, right? Speaking of back parry B, it looks like we're going to have another Keelik player on stream. We have Rubber Beef Man versus...
I give that transition a 7 out of 10.
Like X-Play? Nice.
What did you just say to me?
X-Play review? Like the X-Play reviews, like on G4 when we were kids, like that long ago.
I have to talk to you about something. Does anybody remember the show Ninja Warrior?
I remember Ninja Warrior and American Ninja Warrior, both of them.
So, screw American Ninja Warrior. The original one, Sasuke, is where it's at. I am rewatching the entirety of Ninja Warrior with Master CJ right now.
That sounds...
I mean, not like right now because I'm doing this, but like every day we are going through a portion of the seasons. Nobody spoils CJ on Ninja Warrior, okay?
It's so good. It's absolutely...
It has a level of seriousness that like shows like Wipeout, which are just like, haha, you fell into the water. Like, there's a level of they get legitimate athletes, and it's all about like, can you rise to the occasion of actually beating this thing? And I like the level of campiness that I think is lost in American Ninja Warrior, because that's where all the money is. And,
yeah, American Ninja Warrior and Wipeout are both just like, haha, very funny, you fell in water.
Yeah, I don't know. The Japanese one is really the way to go. The announcer
is usually the same way with fighting games, right? Like, let's be real here. Who really plays? Who plays American fighting games in here? We're all playing Calibur.
Oh, very good. American fighting game? Is it just NetherRealm games?
NetherRealm games, Killer Instinct, and
I guess Skullgirls. If you count
Skullgirls, Dive Kick, Fantasy Strike. Not very many.
Phantom Breaker Omnia.
I don't count Dive Kick.
Dive Kick is.
Your additional information does not change my opinion about it. But okay, we've got Breadmaster.
Ooh,
we've got
very good whip punish on that.
I just realized we've got a meal going on right now. This is the battle of the meals. Bread and
rubber
beef.
and bread. I don't know what you're gonna make with rubber beef, but bread sounds pretty good.
I imagine it'll be pretty good because it's made by Masterman.
Oh,
Good
you're
night,
right, bread.
everybody.
Wait, but isn't Cassandra's dad the baker, not Helix? Question mark.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
Unfortunately, no, I don't know the Muffin Man. I've only seen Shrek like once. Ooh, another.
It existed before Shrek. I think it's important to note that that was
Nope, never. I don't believe you. You can't.
Okay, well, you got facts don't care about your feelings.
Oh my god.
Speaking of feelings, Rubber Beef Man is his feelings are definitely getting hurt right now. He's gonna have to
I give that a 3 out of 10.
situation.
I agree. We should talk about the match, and I apologize.
No.
They backed her to CE. Quintessential Breadmaster right there. Just turn around CE on something that you can just duck on, like after the CE flash if you wanted to. But
had the read that he was going to step into zero there. I don't know what truly Keela could have done except for back turn K because he was side turned, right? So
I guess that was the idea, is that he assumed that Rubber Beefman was going to be worried about the back turn K, which makes sense. It you kind of have to hard sidestep that because it'll catch quite often.
Just block and punish him, you know?
I mean, yeah, you could do that, but you want to get a launcher. You know, you want to be able to win the round.
I think in one of those situations where the life is so low, it's just not worth the potential risk.
I don't remember the amount of life, so yeah, maybe he was dead to the punish as it was.
Oh my gosh, Rubber Beef Man baiting out that RI. Good stuff. Full step around.
Kind of going out of his way to not kill off of the GI bait. I feel like he may be having a little bit of an issue with his connection to the server because some of these punishes to the GIs and the RIs have not really been optimal, and it could potentially make him lose this game. The second that we see Breadmaster go into Evil Killick mode, Evil Killick's virtually always do a ton of RIs, so it's something that you have to worry about.
Yeah, I think that hitting these RIs really hard and forcing Keelik to hurt for doing something like that, especially in a situation where he's an evil Keelik, is, yeah, look at all that. That is death. Breadmaster taking the first game. Oh my, this is the second Keelik we've seen kill someone with 4A lethal hit into CE. It may not have been
that's true. Different CEs.
It was still 4A into the same button.
Man, I wonder what happened there when the BBB, when the two BBs got blocked and the third one hit anyway. That really must stink for Rubber Beefman. I honestly feel like Rubber Beefman should have won that game in both the second to last round and the last round, and he just had a real tough time clutching it out. Just kind of a shame.
Maybe even if he wasn't not getting his punishes, if he was going for safer punishes, that really did hurt him there, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe, just maybe, he was choosing to go for smaller punishes on the RIs and GIs, but against this monster of a character, once he's in Soul Charge, it's not something you want to risk. You want to blow him up real hard for.
Alright, both of them just kind of going for mid-range Pokemon. We have not seen a lot of aggressive characters so far in this tournament. It has all been mid-rangers who have relatively heavy hits. No Xianghuas, at least not yet.
Yeah, no Xianghuas, no Cassandras, no Takis. There are going to be some today for sure, but so far it looks like we're getting
columns. I guess that's to be expected.
Ooh, controlling the movement very well. Rubber Beefman getting pretty phenomenal anti-air punish there, though.
Yeah, Rubber Beefman has actually been 100% on the ball with these back turn situations, significantly more so than he was in the first game. An interesting choice to go for that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if you don't get no punish, yeah?
Being so unfortunate, goes for a punish that was, I don't know if that was supposed to be like a check on him going for a monument after, but that's -12. You just AA that.
I'm going to guess, well, it's Hilda, right? So Hilda's ability to do -12 punishes is very difficult, seeing as how they're linked with the buttons that they're already charging. I think that's exactly what happened, is that they attempted to go for, Rubber Beefman attempted to go for an AA, ended up getting the charge move getting released, and that can suck. That's one of the most difficult parts about playing Hilda, is that Hilda players tend to drop on fundamental type gameplay simply because their fundamental gameplay is integrally linked with them being able to do their charges.
For anyone who's never played a 2D style game, that's something that we like to call in 2D style games negative edge, or the boxer style, someone like Power Up. Yeah. Ooh, no punish on that. Once again, you're absolutely right. He's already holding A, so instead of going for his K punish, he's just already trying to use the A to maybe catch a movement.
Yeah, the typical thing for Hilda players to just completely drop their punish. Evil Killick Getting the A command grab, I'm kind of surprised at that. That's
One
not
big-
dead yet. You have to spend, yeah. So what do you do here? Do you just kind of lame it out? No, apparently you don't. You do half life.
Full ham. Holy hell. He has the biggest balls in the world, and unfortunately,
What
Grandmaster
happened there?
is not lifting those up.
Did you
Instead,
see? Oh man, I really wish we had gotten to see that, because Rubber Beef Man did like the 2-hit horizontal, which was obviously not the thing he wanted for the whiff punish, and then afterwards it literally looked like he dropped his controller. The character just stood there, and that sucks. That really sucks. I think that is one of the reasons why. Look, I don't know a lot about Hilda, and there's there's a faction of the community that will consider Hilda to be one of the best characters in the game, like top 5 material.
Top 5 for sure.
I don't know enough about Hilda to agree or disagree on that, but the fact of the matter is there is a major weakness in what Hilda has to do to play fundamentally and play to her strengths, and I think that this set kind of exemplified that. It is a very difficult balancing act that you have to go through, because Rubber Beef Man lost both of those because of a lack of
punishing.
not because he didn't know what was going on, but simply because his character has other things going on that he has to worry about. So
I will say, you have to remember, and I think Rubber Beef Man may have had to remember too, and there is still the losers bracket. She has a phenomenal 5K, like with plus frames and 3K, right? So those are going to be the moves that you're going to be just using a lot when you're holding a button, so that your opponent doesn't know what button you're holding. And that was like something he could have thrown in a little bit more, because you even see that Breadmaster is playing around that he could tell which button he was holding in a lot of situations. It's not plus, it's 0. Unfortunate. I'm sorry about that. But I know that her 3K is very strong, right?
apology not accepted.
Yeah, no, that's fine. If I'm mistaken on that.
Apology wholeheartedly dismissed.
That's
And
fine.
thrown back in your face.
But what I'm saying is you do still
I am a robot.
You have the third button, right? You have the third button, and it's something that when you're using Hilda, you have to use. You need to like 3K more and 2K, and especially the 1K K string, right? And 5K, especially in situations where it's very tight punishes and you're holding a button. You don't really have another choice. And that makes for that character to be very hard to learn and hard to master, but has a very hard time. There's no tells once you truly master the character. You don't know which button she's holding once she starts playing in that game style.
Did you know there was a time during SoulCalibur 4 where they were attempting to ban additional button bindings in tournament gameplay?
That's pretty sick. I play with 4 buttons, so I'm cool with that. I
remember
it
hearing about that.
It was an attempt to try and nerf Hilda, because the idea is that if you guys don't know, Hilda in SoulCalibur 4 is, at least in my opinion, the strongest character in SoulCalibur history. And the way that she did it is off of charge moves that were plus on block, would have an auto GI, would have massive range, were a mid hori, and all kinds of different favorable things. But if she was charging one of those moves, then she wouldn't necessarily be able to break a grab, an A grab or a B grab dependent. And then Hilda players would just naturally have an additional A and or B button to their triggers, so that you'd be able to break that as well. So before Hilda ended up getting banned, that was one of the attempts at trying to get the character to be weaker. It was wholeheartedly unsuccessful.
Yeah, she was still the best character in the game. She got banned like 2 or 3 years before the game stopped seeing play, right?
I guess it depends on what you mean by stop seeing play, because I was there for the last tournament for Soulcalibur 4 and 5, so I guess it depends on what you mean.
Ooh.
About a year into... I'm going to say about 6 months after EVO in 2008 is when Hilda and Algol stopped being characters you had to worry about in tournament.
Oh, yay, Algol. Don't remind me about him. He wasn't as messed up as Hilda, but he was pretty bad.
Yeah, he just had infinites, which did not make him the best character in the game.
They just made it so that if he ever opened you up, he won the round. But that's not enough whenever there's a character like Hilda who can do the same thing, but also had good neutral. Speaking of good neutral, now we have Manta versus Sly Tiger. I really like the way that Manta plays neutral and rushes down very well. This character is literally perfect. We've seen another Voldo player today, but no offense to Florida Man, this is peak Voldo right here.
This is peak Voldo-y Voldo.
No, I think that this character was made for Manta.
Or maybe Manta made the character and he's not telling us something.
Oh, he was actually on the dev team, you're right.
Yeah, I think it's possible.
Ooh, tried to super freak and got thrown through it.
Now, presumably, I mean, these two players are in Wednesday Night Fight stuff all the time. Presumably, these two players have fought against each other kind of a lot. What is the typical record that these two players have had? Does anybody know?
I believe Manta usually takes it.
Oh, yeah?
It's probably
definitely Manta favored.
Like,
okay, ended up knocking out of that CE, but this is kind of what we were talking about with Florida Man. I like, the Sly tends to go a little bit more heavy on the aggression, but the fact of the matter is, we're seeing a lot more guard gauge trouble that Sly has to deal with than Twice a Day had to deal with when running into
still having to deal with the guard gauge trouble right there, just as you say it. For a full combo off of that guard crush, I don't think this is going to kill, but it is going to be a whole host of damage.
Dead to Oki, yeah, dead to a grab. Okay, but now you have to deal with this, like, full screen CE. Okay, he decided to try and go into a stance. I don't think that was a good idea, Manta, but Manta can be weird here for a little while. Ends up not getting the punish on the low high. Alright, you did it, Manta, you got it.
Yeah. Getting behind him, very skillful, not a skill issue at all.
Yeah, outplayed.
It was all big brain.
With all due respect, that was at least pseudo-intentional this is a typical thing that Baldo has, is the fact that you really can't get any kind of Oki with against the character, and so as long as he stays on the ground, intentionally jumps up into the air, kind of like what we just saw Manta do just there, he's able to create weird spaghetti-type situations that are potentially tough to deal with.
And I will say that's something that we don't see a lot of players do too often. A lot of the players will choose to duck instead of for a jump attack or a jumping. Jumping actually just reduces the amount of damage you take normally, because you're not going to eat a full launch combo. They have to have something to convert off of, and a lot of players just aren't ready for that situation.
Kind of don't like the fact that Sly Tiger tried to go with the 4B to get the reverse ring out at the end of that round, and then when it got stuffed, he just tried to immediately go for the 4B again. I feel like that's a little bit too two-dimensional at the moment. Just jumping away. I appreciate the whip punch, though. That was pretty solid.
Ooh, this is pretty good for Sly right now. Ooh, the check from Manta. Good stuff, but that 6K still closing it out. What a great move. I-12, by the way.
Yeah, everything that we're seeing that Baldo does really, really well. He's a very polarizing character, kind of similar to Nightmare, where he's incredibly good at some things and he's incredibly terrible at other things. And one of the things that he's really terrible at is something that we're going to potentially see relatively soon, which is once Sly is able to get in, he's able to just storm down a variety of different buttons and just making them ever so slightly awkward or coupled with a little bit of evasion, and then suddenly Baldo's going to entirely fall apart and he becomes like a 2A machine, which is not particularly impressive.
Yeah, it really feels like once Sly gets in right here, it's a lot of callouts with 2A and things like a 3K. That's
like,
not
look at this.
Stop this frame trade, especially with 6K being an I-12 that trades into full combo at the wall against so many things.
See, Baldo straight up has to eat all of that. I legitimately don't think that Baldo really has a decent response to any of the stuff that we just saw once Sly had him up against the corner. So it's a very classic, archetypical keep out versus get in type matchup that we're seeing here. It's going to potentially just really come down to who whiffs more often, and it seems like both players have decided to whiff as many times as possible.
I think it's more whoever makes the most off of said whiffs, right? Because there's going to be a lot of whiffs inside him. Oh my gosh, why did he press? There's going to be a lot of whiffs.
No, I think that was impossible to deal with because he was going to get guard broken.
He was going to get guard crushed, yeah. There's a lot of whiffs where Baldo ends up in the air. So because Slide Techer's not going to be able to get too much off of those, sometimes it just works out in the favor of Manta. Other times, like that, where he did enough guard pressure that he put him into a checkmate situation where the only real answer he had there was GIR.
I appreciate that. So, Manta just lost that game, and I was thinking to myself, what I would think that Manta wants to do is try and slow down this game a little bit more, so what he immediately did was just go into Mantis. And unfortunately, it didn't really work out, seeing as how, within the matter of, good luck with the wall rising B. I don't think that that's going to be fast enough there, my dude.
Yeah, that Mantis pressure was not the but gets a pretty big read here. Going to build a bar of meter. Probably going to save it for the next round. I doubt that he's going to use it here. He gets the combo. That's so unfortunate. Slide Tiger going to have to make most of this here.
I think Kamaru's stage is just being really weird. Oh, that really
sucks. The wall on this stage is not the greatest.
No, yeah, none of Amy's wall combos work on this stage. Literally none of them.
Oh, thank goodness. Finally a week. I mean, what?
Yeah, no other weaknesses for the character that has the hardest rank mechanic in the game to pull up, but yeah.
I had to do it.
Okay, we're actually getting a wall combo this time around. It looks like we either adapted to it or... Okay.
Their wall combo again, reset.
Okay. We're actually getting a lot of, interesting... Fat reset there by Manta, but it's putting him in a bad position here. Decides to just jump kick him. Shoutouts to Nightmare.
I think that he's going to try to build some guard pressure here if he can.
Oh man, is Manta gonna go out of his way to
Oh,
attempt to
right,
seize the game?
unfortunately getting clipped out of the air.
Is he
Good
dead?
play from Sly Tiger. Yes, he is, because this is full guts. What insane plays from Sly Tiger. What?
Oh man, I really feel like Manta should have had that, but I think he got a little bit too nervous. Something that can tend to happen when your opponent is dead to only just a small poke is that you kind of go out of you play a different game. And
Yeah,
you're no longer trying to play SoulCalibur, you're just trying to get that one additional hit. It makes you very predictable, makes it very easy to figure out what you're going to do. Difficult to win off of that when you're dealing with somebody who has a safe seed.
Not only is CE, it's safe for mid CE.
Yeah.
Very good. So it actually like invalidates a lot of lows, takes them fully off the table as opposed to kill, like things like 1K. But very good stuff from Manta to close out that game and deny Sly Tiger a bar meter. Did not let him build another bar during that round. Good Twitch ducks, and then immediately jumps over the low.
God, both of these characters are jumping around like they're some sort of wind princess. One of them is a little bit more of a believable wind princess than the other one.
This is
But I gotta
definitely
say,
right now.
yeah, any time we're in this mid-range open area, it really seems like Manta is entirely on top of things, and I feel like trying to concentrate more efforts to make it so that this is the game plan, and this is the only thing that we have to deal with, then you're going to be a lot better off. Now, we don't have a lot of guard gauge situations to deal with all that much. Sly Tiger has the meter advantage. It's essentially something that we're going to see a little bit more of. Oh, gets a huge wind cannon there.
It's a pretty big life lead here. Now he can play a little bit slower. Doesn't have to play into Manta's game plan. Already, I'm not sure if that was the best idea ever, but he does get the wall split, and that's going to be it if we get one more read here.
And he does with the mid AAB.
It was a handful of small, well, I don't want to say small hits at the beginning because one of them was a wind cannon, but there were just a handful of spots in the open air that I feel like just didn't really work for Manta. The millisecond we were around the wall and Talon went into Soul Charge, I mean, what is Voldo going to do? I think he built a bar in the middle there. He could potentially Soul Charge, but that doesn't even decently get him out of dodge.
Yeah,
So I feel at that point just the pressure was simply too much.
Yeah, the character has such amazing wall splats, that being Talon. So even if you slightly push Talon off, you're still towards the wall, so you have to fight your way off of that while waiting around for Sly Tiger to possibly go for something big. He was still in Soul Charge. Right? There's so many like big buttons you're going to see out of that character in Soul Charge. But I think that Manta played that a little. He played that a little close to his chest for that last few rounds, where he could have possibly closed out another round and brought it back.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so difficult because I found there were a lot of, I mean, I don't want to say sloppy stuff because I don't really know either character all that well, but there were a handful of conversions that I don't think either player was prepared for, simply because they're not used to dealing with a character that is in the air so much. Both of them were just kind of having these weird kind of conversions that would end up turning into, I am not close enough to try to go for a meaty attack, so I end up getting step ducked. And it was a lot of like whomever made less mistakes. It was a game of errors. I feel like is essentially what ended up happening.
Yeah, and it's whoever could make the most off of said errors. That's why I said it earlier. I was, when I said it originally, I was really thinking and believing in my head that Manta would be able to make the most off of them because he was able to put himself in the air more frequently and kind of get out of the launch situations, the big damage situations, but just once the
Talon hits really hard, though.
Yeah, once the complexity of the wall came into play and like just pushing him towards the wall, it really felt like Sly Tiger had like a different sort of momentum than, Manta.
The wall pressure is just really good for Talon, and it kind of isn't for Voldo. I don't find Voldo's wall pressure to be all that impressive.
I don't hate it, but yeah, it's not. When you look at the two characters apples to apples, it's definitely
Is there really like any kind of mix-up at all?
No, not
there's
really.
no mid-low.
Big mid that's going to hit you at the wall that causes a lot of pressure.
Not even in Soul Charge. I find there's a handful of Soul Charges like this. Voldo's Soul Charge is significantly more pressure-based than it is mix-up based. Siegfried is kind of the same way, where
I could say
they do a lot of, they can do a lot of damage just in terms of chip and stuff, but you basically just have to weather the storm, and then you're going to be fine.
Ooh, speaking of weathering a storm, it looks like we have Mr. Can expecting to see another tier here versus Artgrave. So this is going to be a storm of fast buttons out of Taki. I think that when we're looking at this matchup in a very linear sense, I think that the way Taki plays is actually kind of difficult for Tier to deal with.
I am not going to give a grade to this transition until you use the word weather. You use the word storm, but not weather.
Sorry. My bad. Weather the storm. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, that's that. Okay, so we bailing out.
Yes, that's exactly what I
escape pod. We'll see whether or not Mr. King gets any of the stance transitions.
He's already gotten one. I think that
You might as well be staying gloomy the whole time, right?
I mean, I think that like things like 6/6 A+B and just Taki having very good burst movement kind of beat Kira's amazing back dash just like that. It's very hard for Kira, especially on a small stage like this. Very good
Ends up getting to, so he ends up losing the round, but it's always like a little like feather in your cap when you get to starting gloomy.
Especially gloomy with 3 transitions already. Sometimes you only get one per
Man, these 3Bs have really been doing a lot of work so far this tournament.
No matter the Tira player, 3B has definitely been putting in some work.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of, I think, tech crouch chances. Yeah, you see, I was thinking maybe it was supposed to be about tech crouches, that's why he's using 3B so much, but then he also used 4A, so I definitely think it's an attempt at trying to get under the faster buttons from Taki.
Ooh,
Okay,
good.
6 changes also the round.
Starting in Jolly, no, though not the best.
Honestly, Jolly might be okay. Well, no, it's Taki. Never mind. I was gonna say, like, you know, you get to play like a little bit of neutral and stuff, but you don't get to do that at all.
Oh, yeah, you really don't. Gave him a free transition, but not a free round. Hargraves is trying to make this one look like a perfect 7 goal. No, the very straight.
Okay, Hargraves trying to go out of his way to lose this round right now. Let's see if he can do it. I think he's getting to a 6
I don't think that was his fault at all.
Well, not being able to punish the Gloomy 3 AAA, I think was kind of a big deal. But we're in Coda now. We can do all kinds of stuff now, including just attempting to.
Ooh,
what a
and back in Dakota already. Going for the throw mix-up.
Half-Life hasn't used bar yet, hasn't needed to. Okay, tons of chip damage coming out.
Oh, going for something minus 16 against Taki is not the best idea at close range. She does have an I-16 launcher. I don't think that Hargraves knew or was expecting that to actually hit, even though it's minus 16.
As for Kankan, I feel like is needs to respect a little bit more in terms of the frames. I feel like he's going for some pretty big hits very quickly, very often, and it's potentially putting him into trouble. He's not going to be in that much trouble because now he's 2-2, but now he's going to have to deal with 1 bar to 2. Not really the biggest deal in the world, if only because the meter advantage doesn't really mean anything for a character that's professionally
very good. I love that. What he did there, he only did the first hit of 3B because 3B has a secondary follow-up, making Hargraves want to step and deal with the second hit before they come out. Uh-oh.
He's going for that 3AA. We're going to have to...
Oh, that's it!
Is it?
I thought it was. I thought that was going to kill. But does the walk back into the 6A. Very good stuff from Mr. Kankan. Really kind of showing some strides in that last round there. Strutting his stuff, walking back on him.
Yeah, obviously once Coda is available, suddenly it's going to seem impossible to try and deal with a lot of the stuff that Mr. Kankan is going to be going for. If I'm in Hargraves' position, I feel like there are a handful of spots, especially when the round gets very, very close, that Mr. Kankan just kind of swing, just with a lot of swing-aways, and if you want to have the ability to just allow the opponent to hang themselves, I think that would be the way to go.
Oh yeah, right. I think that, ooh, just like that, kind of just wait, but on the opposite kind of course. I think Hargraves is definitely going to have to slow it down just a little bit more, not allow Mr. Kankan to just kind of mash his way out of these situations with big buttons, just like he tried to do there with the 3B. The same thing he said the last round, that he's not really respecting the frames and just kind of going for big things. Hargraves at least showing it there. One less stance transition in this game. Hopefully, maybe that'll come into play.
Yeah, Hargraves, I think, also, once Mr. Kankan is in Gloomy, has to be totally comfortable with giving him a very, very wide berth, which I can understand can be very frustrating, because you're trying to deal with the best backdash in the game with a toothpick, so it can be very difficult to try and feel like you want to be playing the video game when you don't get an attempt to because of hitboxes like that.
Possible whiff punish, yeah. That is actually minus 16 on block, so if he had just stepped forward and blocked it, that is full minus 16, could have gotten the launch punish.
I like the little tiny hit, but we're not blocking 1K. That's kind of a big deal. Nice. Oh, he was able to call out the back turn B plus K, which he was not able to jam out a button in time. So he tried to sidestep, and I don't know what he tried to do, but he ended up getting a 2K instead, and that ends up sealing the deal with the round. Man, when Mr. Kankan gets on fire, he's kind of unstoppable.
Yeah, it really feels like it looks like he's a very momentum-based player, right? Like once he starts getting these reads on timings and kind of calling out the opponent with the counter hit, frame traps and stuff, it looks like a whole different game. But Argrave's definitely winning in the neutral more frequently. Unfortunately, Taki doesn't do the greatest amount of damage, so I don't think it really matters too much. Again, another -16 going unpunished. Argrave is definitely going to have to make something out of those.
I appreciate the handful of times that Mr. Can is getting some of the ducks in the middle of these strings, and I kind of wish that Argraves would be able to use his meter relatively soon, because even though he has the frame... Okay, 1A? Oh,
Ooh,
I would have been right, but... I was
okay, 1A would have definitely been a little more seeable. I really do like the 1K there. Sure, it doesn't catch the roll or anything, but it's a little bit safer.
It's also a strength, which I think was the idea there. Oh, wow, he's getting a nice pickup there.
Oh, got up a little too fast. Big damage here. Tries to go for the throw. Unfortunately, that is fully sidesteppable. Good stuff. Using that full crouch BB twice.
Wow, he just tried to 3B in the middle of a Taki Soul Charge string. I don't know so much about that. Alright, well, he ends up dying.
Ooh, yeah, I think that I would like to see Mr. Can change stage here.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. He obviously didn't have the opportunity to in the first place, but there's just a handful of spots where I think he is just jamming certain buttons in the hopes that it's going to work out, and it worked out the first game, but I feel like the wide berth that Argraves is allowing, like the 3B, okay, well, we end up getting the exact same stage. In this kind of situation, if you were in a tournament setting, would you be cool with just allowing the reroll to happen again?
I would definitely let my opponent reroll.
Because I've done that before, but it doesn't look like that's happening here. But yeah,
I don't think it's gonna happen here, but yeah, I would definitely allow for the reroll because like there's so many stages, right? Even if it had landed on night, it's like at least it's actually a different stage. It's slightly more round, I think, this stage. So the walls are a little funky. I don't think the Tira really gets too much off of wall damage, so it wouldn't come into play anyway. Very good stuff on that 6BB to get away from the pressure that Argraves were trying to exert on Mr. Kenken there.
Yeah, I believe Tira does actually get quite a lot when it comes to like the wall stuff. The problem is that, you know, very similar to her style overall, it's mad inconsistent. It depends on when the stance changes end up coming in. But that's going to be the first round for Mr. Can, on top of being able to start in Gloomy. So there's been some level of a shift as to what's going on. And I feel like, okay, then, he's able to walk up and do an 8-6.
Full walk up. Full respect for Mr. Can. Once again, full respect.
Yeah, Argraves is taking it a little bit slower now. It doesn't look like it's slow, but for Taki, it's much slower.
Oh yeah, Argraves is finally doing the thing that you were saying. Just give him a little more space to make mistakes and punish them. But
it's the second time he's run into that. The problem is that he can't block these 1Ks, and that sucks, because 1K is a move that should be blocked.
Again, trying to immediately 3B out of that. I think that maybe he's just expecting Argraves to go for one of the throws or an A. Wow, what an amazing round start.
Yeah, he's definitely just trying to bait or trying to bet on the tech crouch, and I don't know, man. I don't think that's something that you can rely on the whole time. See, now he's just kind of going for like the 2Bs, and he's going for the wall. Man, he's just throwing whatever button he can find on his controller as soon as he can. Alright, he's in Gloomy though. Oh, tech crouching under Tira's side this time around.
Oh, getting a little too RE happy, and Argraves calling it out.
Yeah, that's just like classic Argraves pressure. I honestly feel like Taki's Soul Charge is pretty underrated, just because you can just straight up kill your opponent with chip damage.
She can do like 75% chip if you just.
It's really not even that hard. It's not even like on big bets.
No, unfortunately, turning around, but he can possibly get the mix with the throw here. He is still in the Soul Charge. There we go. Using that 4A, finally getting a tech crouch the way that he's wanted to this whole time.
Yeah, it's all about the tech crouches right now, and I think the second that Argraves figures that out, the better. That's not already safe, huh?
No, it's actually not, surprisingly. It might be already safe to some of the slower characters, and they go, oh, no punish on that, not in Gloomy, just assumed, not in Gloomy code. Oh,
fantastic punish. He's dead, I think, right? Because yellow life?
Yeah, dead. I think that assumed that he was in Gloomy Coda and tried to wait for the second hit.
This is a really big deal right now because...
Not a beater, but she's already perpetually in Soul Charge. It doesn't matter. Third life gone, one hit.
Mr. Cancamp's just throwing out the biggest hitboxes he can muster. You can see... Oh, that was so scary.
And last time, a lot of wall damage coming out of Taki here. The double 3-3K.
Oh,
into the mix. No meter to get out of this situation. Just gonna have to hold it and actually try to get out of that situation with something crazier.
He's out of Coda as well. Now he's back in it. So okay.
And the 1K, the 2K to close it out. Good stuff.
Aim small, miss small. I appreciate the fact that Arcraze was able to come up with some sort of like tempered control, constantly threw out different strings and options that would now not lose to a tech crouch, not lose to a random 3B. Was able to get some of those sidesteps, which is probably not the easiest thing in the world for Taki to do. To get some of those sidesteps, I was amazed that he tried to go for that A6 lethal hit where he did when he was trying to thread the needle between the 2-3 BBs. And that could have blown him up very, very quickly.
For anyone who doesn't know, counter hit retracting is pretty big, especially on strings like that. So if you go for something like an A6 in between it and you're not properly tight on your timing,
hitbox players, by the way.
If you're not proper on your timing, you will get counter hit retract, and that would have been a full combo from Mr. Ken. I like the sidestep first just to make sure that he was out of the way of it. It is indeed -16 though, so he could have just threw it in the string between anyway, I believe.
Yeah, the problem is that with that -16 thing, it really didn't seem like Arcraze was really comfortable with the punish. There were a handful of times in the beginning when he would punish with 3B, but then something weird would happen. He wouldn't get his full conversion.
Yeah, he would just do 3B into like turnaround back turn A. Like I was a little.
It would just turn into a spaghetti situation that Mr. Ken was always on the ball with trying to convert into something, and so.
He's very good in the scramble. I give him that for sure. Very good in the scramble. Made little things little drops like that work big in his favor.
All right, so I think we're getting Zephu Kai versus Fair.
Favorite matchups. I get to see my character. Let's go. I'm sorry.
Play Zhanghua.
Nobody. What? Sure, yeah. Let's go. Yeah, I love me a Chinese queen. Let's go. Watch over me, mother.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
I commentated in EU tournament, just the top 8, and I was amazed at how little Zhanghua there was in the top 8.
It was like
not
over there.
I had to watch one match with Zhanghua, somebody who was already in losers, and they ended up losing. You know who I saw for like 5 games? Astroth.
I don't know. They love Astroth though. There's like 9 Astroth players.
It was weird.
Wait, since when? I thought that was like one of the memes. Like EU had like one actual Astroth player.
No, they have like I think they have 9.
The hell?
There's like 3 in Spain, 2 in the EU, 2 in Europe, 2 in the UK.
Bobby, Ricky, Davey, Johnny, Jimmy,
yeah, just start going
Joey.
names. Yep. Yeah. There we go. Oh, and Arpia plays, so there's more than 1 in the UK. I mean, there's more than 3 in the UK. I forgot about Arpia.
Arudis. There's Chungus. And then
okay, you're just making up names now, okay?
And there's also Eldebarge.
Oh, all right, yeah, that one I remember.
The only one I know is Dartsepius. Oh wait, that's a Cervantes player. Oops.
But yeah, I thought for a while it was like Kayane was like the main X player over there, and then she switched to 2B pretty early on.
The only X that I know of now is Lionide. Sometimes Abby, but I think he plays Mina a lot more.
There's a handful of EU X players that I end up seeing in ranked, but never in like a competition type thing. Yeah, Zhanghua versus Zasalamel. It's kind of unfortunate that we don't have anybody who can give us a level of insight on a matchup like this, but we'll just have to soldier on, I guess, a little bit.
I play Zhanghua every day.
I'm pretty sure I've seen your stream 3 or 4 times. Every single time you were playing Killer. So
quiet down. I'm not a Keelik main, okay? Don't tell anybody that.
Did you just tell me to quiet down?
I'm not a Keelik main.
I was invited as a commentator here.
Okay, you're right.
I paid good money to
produce
talk.
some sound.
Hey, it's okay. We still haven't seen Jay's character Ivy.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
We haven't seen his Ivy or his Maxi. What's
we haven't seen any of my characters. And I feel like we're not going to see any more of them.
Oh, here we go.
I think I only have 10 characters left.
And I think this is a run back. I think Pheromontras put Zeph in losers last week.
Put Zeph in losers last week.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. So this is a rematch.
I will say that I do think this matchup is pretty X favored. Right? I think there's a lot of situations where Zos puts himself into a reverse mix and X just has the answer. She's got auto GIs out. She's got auto GIs out the wazoo. She has amazing tech crouch options. And she also has very good backspace. And those things really kill Zos.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that information. That's kind of what I would have expected in a matchup like that. That's always one of the hardest things to deal with as a Zaz player, I imagine, is the fact that inherent in his pressure-based system, he is putting himself at disadvantage, which can be
There we go,
real
right there.
chore.
Got a little confirm off of it as well. Zephykai already showing that he knows his stuff.
Okay, we can potentially ring out.
He did it! He did it! Yes! I was hoping that was gonna happen! I was gonna say, there's a tech trap here where you can get a ring out, and he did it. Pharomontrous with the knowledge. Most players don't even know that exists. That's what I'm saying, Florida man. Most people do not know that it exists. Very good stuff from Pharomontrous, already showing it off. A little early to play the cards, but it's kind of nice to get
I
out.
definitely think it's the way to go at the very beginning there. I mean, it was basically literally round one within the first handful of seconds. So
Yeah,
that's
he literally said,
definitely
GG, shake my hand on that first interaction.
getting a lot of weird trades here. Not really getting a heavy punish on that 2-2B, unfortunately.
Oh, not committing to the string. A little scared of it, but getting big punish here, and that's going to be dead. Pharomontrous really just shutting down what Zephykai wants to do with Xianghua right now.
Yeah, it really seems like Zeph is attempting to try and set up a level of pressure that is just not necessarily working out. He's potentially getting either counter hit or they're getting like a handful of like trades. Situations like that, like a whip.
Oh my God, he knows the punish. He's not dead, luckily. But this is going to be, yeah. He went,
I love it. No. This is quintessential. This is a statement. This is a statement going on right now. I love this. Pharomontrous wants to prove that he doesn't even... He is so good at ring outs, he can ring himself out on top of that.
If Zeph stood up, that would have rung out.
Yeah, shoutouts to Patriots from the Illuminati.
Holy shit.
Okay, so Zalzamil definitely needs to spend bar, needs to get a little bit of guard crush going on. We're not going to see any of that.
I like sitting here and just not spinning any of the bar and just being 2-2. I guess he still would have had possibly 2 bars anyway.
Yeah, he would have had 2 bars anyway. Oh, man.
That's so unfortunate. He had the counter tracking, but it wasn't fully on his side.
That was almost a really good sidestep on that 6-6 BB. It just didn't end up being the case. So this is the first piece of meter I think we've seen literally the entire game. Alright, gets a solid amount of combo.
No Crybaby going for the back throw there. Ooh,
is that really going to do...
Goes for an immediate wake-up GI, and Pharomontrous sniffing that out with the jump into the 2B cascade. Very good stuff.
Somebody please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like Zephykai just went 5 full rounds without spending a bar meter.
Boom, if he's in chat, he's mauled him right now for sure.
Very, very weird. But okay. I love the statement of the self-ring out to just prove that he doesn't even need... Like, he realized that the first round was like, you know what, that was a little bit cheesy. I'm going to give this one to you. Charity.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Hashtag plan.
2 mashing out, getting a trade on that I-10.
Ugh. Well, that was Half-Life Gauntlet.
Oh, Zeph not finishing the 1B. 1B is minus 20 on hit. I mean, on block if a curse isn't spent. It's gonna be a whole lot of damage. Going for the big boy combo.
Yeah,
trying to get the curse there. Wanted the ring out potential off of that and gets it anyway. Amazing stuff from Pharomontrous. Just phenomenal.
There are so many people we have seen in this Wednesday Night Fights thing where, like, their whole shtick is they're able to pick up so much garbage. They're able to just find these weird situations and just immediately be able to capitalize on the in the most extreme manner possible.
That is Pharomontrous right now. He's doing so much to just make
It also would not be... It's also very quintessential Pharomontrous to just immediately give it right back to his opponent because he's the most charitable person I've ever seen.
You have to be a gentleman if you play Zaz, right? Like, you rob people
No.
enough.
I know so many Zaz players who are very much not gentlemen. I'm thinking about one in particular very much so at the moment, but I won't say their name.
I hope it's not me. I feel like I'm a pretty nice person. Oh my god, speaking of nice! So nice, do it 3 times in a row. Good stuff.
I actually kind of feel like he could have potentially even gotten more out of that. I feel like his second wall bounce wasn't necessarily the best thing in the world, but it ends up working out. Oh, whiff into whiff. I don't know so much about that. Pharomontrous can sometimes get a little bit nervous when a situation is not necessarily going his way, and I feel like, dude, again, has Zeph spent any meter at all?
He hasn't any bar yet. Very good stuff. I think that he's trying to... You know, you said that Pharomontrous made a statement the last game by getting around, but I think that Zephykai trying to make a statement here saying, you know what? I don't even need meter.
That doesn't even need meter. That's not what Xianghua is about. We definitely don't have anything in particular to use as meter.
Ah, she's fair and honest, bro. She doesn't need to use meter. Watch. I'm telling you.
Oh, we do have that first.
Oh my gosh. dash. That was so scary. Could have potentially been huge damage into like an Oki situation that could have killed.
Alright, Zeph has decided to start cheating. Immediately using meter. We haven't really seen. Are we going to see a soul charge? Are we going to see a CE? Are we not going to see anything at all? We're just going to see one of these grab situations. Just give him the win yet again. Tries to go for a tech trap off 2-2B. Okay, that's going to take the next round.
Okay, so I will say, what Pheromontress is doing there, doing the back throw at the range, the front throw at the range, that's very smart because like your opponent's not going to give you the free.
No, yeah, the front throw is definitely for free, and honestly, he'd be willing to eat that every day of the week. So it makes sense.
Oh yeah, especially now that it doesn't ring out, like it just leads to a mix situation on the ground where you roll around, and Pheromontress is not doing anything like inherently that hits grounded so hard that Zeph won't just continue to roll around.
Yeah, Zos used to frustrate me to no end, just abstractly, like what the character's whole concept was. I haven't really complained about Zos since he stopped having the 50-50 grab mix up at the
You don't like 2 reverse ring out throws as a 50-50, bro? It just guess. It's no problem. Every other throw is
but see, that's the thing is that's actually a really, really big problem.
Oh no, it is. Look, man, it's my character. I gotta say he's not perfect. Ooh, just matching it out. Good stuff with the double AA, not allowing Pheromontress to go for that 1B. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think this is really the way that you want to. I would imagine what you would want to be doing as Xianghua against Zosimo. Zosimo, not exactly the fastest character in the world, has a little bit of evasion to some of his moves, but even those moves aren't exactly the fastest thing in the world, so you can probably just do a lot of smothering to try and keep a Zosimo player from being able to do stuff. Now, that being said, I feel like he kind of would have wanted to change the stage, now that I think about it. I don't think he wants something
I don't know why he would stick with like such a narrow stage. I fully expected maybe an all ring out stage or an all wall stage, not something where Xianghua can just like line you out, because she's got so many good horizontals.
Wow, what a bait. Ends up going for the... Yeah. There are so many old school players that immediately go whip into duck. I think I would coin that the MT fighter, if anybody remembers that.
Oh, I remember MT fighter.
Yeah. Be a weird unalignment immediately into a duck, which is exactly what a Xianghua with CE wants. A lot of meter on Pheromontress' side, but we don't tend to see him use it all that much.
I was surprised to see that sidestep sidestep button not get retracked by the 2B plus 8 there. Pheromontress just trying to build some curses here, playing in the mid range, does not want to deal with anything that has. Oh my goodness, immediately lays down.
But I love that there's no way he wanted that jump B that was supposed to be like a 2-2B or something, and the jump B was actually perfect for the situation.
That was phenomenal timing. Did you see Zeph stand up as he was holding crouch for almost an entire second?
Yeah.
This time.
Oh no! So much
Pheromontress, this is so not good. That is gonna be it.
Zephyr gets his revenge from last week.
Pheromontress, for the past round and a half, was trying so hard to crack the Zephyr shell, but I honestly feel like this is one of the hardest things about playing Zosimo at this point, is just the fact that like his lows are frankly not that impressive.
Yeah,
so a lot of times, I mean, if you really have to weigh it, assuming we don't have like a 1B into curse scenario, it's a situation of like, oh, do I want to take like 20 damage off of a low that puts him at like frame disadvantage? Or do I want to just potentially eat a launcher that's going to deal all of the damage? Like every piece of damage there can possibly be.
Oh yeah, especially because even without curses, Zos gets pretty decent launch damage. Oh, here we go. We have our first swapper here. Hey, Konmai, how you doing?
Wait. I thought my name was like Frog Killer.
You mean Toad Killer? Dude,
Toad
that
Killer.
guy was... Oh, my brain!
If you guys haven't seen the Toad Killer clip, it's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty funny. It's a
PSN
it's a new classic.
It literally makes my brain hurt.
In your soul.
Also, hi Jay.
Konmai,
Hello, friend.
hello. I will
Hi,
not say
Necro.
that.
Hi, Konmai.
And with that, I'm going to be skippity skedaddling on out of here.
It was lovely finally commentating with you, Konmai. And, wait, I mean, JJ is. I'm not gonna cap. I'm not gonna hold you. I really, dude, I'm so
miserable motherfucker. I really hope that you remember this day really well, because guess what? It is never happening again.
Oh my god.
don't you ever invite me to come onto this commentary thing ever again. I have never been so insulted in my life.
Well, thanks for coming out, JJ. I hope you can commentate next week.
I refuse. I positively refuse. I will commentate as long as I am the only one here. Not even you're allowed to be in here. I will be the only person in here. You will not be able to silence me. Nobody here can possibly
Well, you heard it here, folks. JJJ is going to be hosting WNF from now on. It was a good run.
Okay, yo. I'm going to go ahead and skip it and skedaddle on out of here after making such a fuss. We'll see y'all later. Thanks for hanging out.
I can't follow that up, dude. That was some of the best impromptu theater I think I've ever seen on this channel.
That happens.
That was sick.
The moment when I could hear the fear in his voice when he knew he fucked up.
Oh, man.
Oh,
bro, Toad Killer's...
Oh, my God.
Toad Killer's not the worst thing he's got to worry about anymore.
Oh, man.
Oh.
That was precious, dude. Listen, Beanie has made me laugh not once but twice really hard today.
Actually, no.
I'm not sure if I can take that man anymore.
No, Beanie's got a good point. That man is hungry. He has not eaten dinner. He's struggling. He's struggling.
Yes. JJJ's name for his ass run. Oh my God. Please make this happen. Please, for the love of God.
Yeah, but his Zas run's only gonna last like 2 hours.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. The better part is if he does it on PSN, it runs into BeanieThuggish too.
Oh.
And then quickly switches his name. The Toad Killer.
Anyway, welcome on Konmai and Necro. How are you two doing tonight?
How are you doing, Necro?
I'm doing fine. I finished Elden Ring,
Oh shit.
and that means I can play fighting games again.
Oh, so that means you
Maybe.
can OCV old teams now. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Because there's a pretty strong correlation between Elden Ring finishers, Elden Lords as we call them, and people who OCV people in Boominati, so I feel it.
I mean, maybe. I just started playing Testament today is really all I did. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
SoulCalibur wise, I only played like 2 matches, and I was like, oh, I remember why I hate that code, and then put it back down.
Yeah, went back to Strive and he's like, fuck this, I'm gonna play gender neutral.
Yeah, gender neutral. Yeah. I love that meme.
That shit is fantastic.
It's kind of hard not to, because or whatever. Sorry.
Yeah.
I gotta do it right. I get it. Well, I play Axel too, and it's a nice contrast because it's more active, but you still get to hit buttons that hit full screen, so it's pretty dope.
Oh my God.
What is pretty dope is our Matcherino is at $111.
Ooh.
Shouts out to Revan for putting 100 in the pot right from the get-go.
What the bruh.
This Chad put 100 in the pot and then immediately knocked Incendiate into losers.
Yeah, it's
Like, what the fuck?
and then I had to face it, which was horrifying.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, what is he doing here this early? I was expecting something like, I don't know, the salty run back against like Infectious or some weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
But no, I had to
Yeah.
fight Incendiate.
So yeah, we do have the Matcherino is still going, exclamation Matcherino. If you haven't already, please click on that link, sign in or create an account, and click the free claim code button. Adds the free 25 cents to the pot. There are 25 codes remaining, and I know there's plenty of you in chat who can use them. If you want, you can click the orange contribute button and add your own personal customized amount into the pot like Revan and Rotary Lover have already done. Again, all of this goes to our top 3 players for tonight. So the more you donate, the more you're supporting the players. If you'd like to support me, exclamation donate into the chat, and you can donate to my PayPal to help me keep the Parsec fund going. Because again, running this on AWS servers using Parsec is not free. It's not the most expensive, but not like... What was that one TO?
It's money.
Yeah, it's still money. What was that
It
one
costs actual money.
Some TO from somewhere was just like, yeah, I've been running Stride Brackets. It cost me like $2K a month, and I was like, what?
What?
I was like, are you factoring in your rent?
Yeah, I was
like,
like, Jesus Christ.
I was like, bro, I was like,
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, but again, TOs, we're not doing this for money. We're definitely doing this. I'm doing this straight because I love this game and I love the people who are playing it, so I like to see them being able to compete. So yeah, if you can help get this going, I would very much appreciate it. Donate to the Parsec Fund. Just a couple dollars to keep it running. You can also see how I keep track of the funds in the Google Doc attached there as well. So, all right, let's get the show on the road and keep it going.
Yeah.
Less
the
than Lee and
road.
Florida Man.
Ooh, Lee. Okay, I'm excited. I'm always excited about Lee, mostly because he talks like infinite shit and it never stops. So it's just like a giant spume of, like, well, I don't know. I just feel like all I have to do is just like say the word Elden Ring over and over, and eventually it just kind of coheses into like a very good visual image of what Lee does to people. Although it is kind of funny having like basically like alternate universe Dexus. Like we have our Dexus. He's really buff, really good at Siegfried, but probably infinitely more funny as a person. God, Lee is a funny dude. Like that guy. God, I can't even, like, it's weird. I'm not even talking about Acolytes as a player. Every time you sit and chat with that guy, like, he just craps out good lines all the time, and his Twitter's amazing. I don't know what to say. It's magical.
He clearly is a master of the internet, being a younger generational child.
Yeah, man.
That's hard to notice because, like, you and me, we've seen the internet grow from like the beginning, and we're like, oh, we know the internet really well. Lee is like a master. I don't get it. He's
Master
talented.
Lee. Did you know that Less Than Lee is really close in terms of phonetics to OCV? Just letting you think about this one. This was all planned. You know, Boominati, like Less Than Lee
for no
he does
reason.
have to. So I have a funny story. When he showed up when he took the flight to get to NEC this last year, he kept getting called the wrong pronouns for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know why that was so funny, but it was the first thing I heard, like somebody else tell me before he got to the venue, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
It was
Not like, oh.
the hair, right?
Yeah, I guess it's the hair and the beanie and the Siegfried playing, I guess. I don't know. But and this matchup's kind of interesting.
Buttery skin.
Yeah, the smooth buttery skin, absolutely. Speaking of smooth and buttery, already starting with a nice smooth and buttery health lead, but kind of evaporating really quick. Well, sublimating, as we say, because, you know, we have a Zhonghua somewhere.
Wait,
Actually, having had a chance to see this matchup too much.
Yeah, there's not very many. Okay, Ice Egg type back. That's crazy. They have Outlaw, but I'm noticing the differences already. Lee is playing like a maniac, and probably due to lack of sleep, or more likely due to the connection, but he's running it knowing that like at some point his opponent will guess wrong at some point.
That move's always good. And the restab.
The double lawnmower. Give him the shoulder check. Show my hilt a little bit. Oh, nice uppercut. Is that gonna kill? I don't think so.
I think so. It's gonna give him some talismans though.
Talisman.
That's really all it's melee for.
Oh my god, what the
I don't think that's supposed to kill.
That was, well, Florida Man has proven us wrong. All the way from Washington. Nice throw.
I know full crouch 3B's like a good move, but damn.
Flapperjackers. My favorite move in the world, B4. Or B6, I don't know the location again. Oh my god, he's doing it! He's just doing the splits! The splits retreat. That's like the new Florida Man thing. Just do 4-4-B like 6,000 times. And watches your opponent like kills themselves on top of it. Like,
You'd be surprised how well that actually works, by the way.
Yeah, it seems like it has the range.
Option.
It does, because it's got the range, it gives them the right amount of frames, and yeah, it seems to be like this terror move.
It's one of those things that, like, if you're not sidestepping the moment you get up, it's actually kind of hard to get out of there.
Rolling it in. Whoa, nice!
Jump. I like that.
That was hella crazy. Okay, give me the chuckles. What's the Oki? Nothing, just runs up. Oi! Big whiff, but he's backstepping.
You're dead.
No, he got mixed. He got mixed. I wouldn't have blocked that to save my life either. I saw that. I was like, saw his leg kick back. I'm like, okay, he's going for like 1K or something. It's like, nope, Chuck Testa.
It's kind of wild that he actually didn't chip out Bubble. Like, he actually didn't... Dark Legacy didn't really become a factor. Kind of huge.
Oh, just out of range of the Chucks.
Yeah, Siegfried with his random T-Rex arms.
Ooh, nice step. We're getting a nice payoff off of this. Look, a big Hwonger Donger right now. Ooh, does go for the full thing. Kind of slowing Lee down a little bit. Nice step. Damn.
Spend it this time. Not enough to kill, but the 2B is definitely going to catch anything he's trying to do.
Yeah.
Smart move.
Very good roll up in there. Back off, he says, and so he does. Right, man. This is all Lee all the time. Horizontals galore. Oh my god. Dominated. Damn.
I think the timing. Because he would step, and then he's like, press a button, and then he would just step again.
Ooh, little stagger there. Nice counterplay, you're open.
Oh, you tried. Almost whip punish with that.
Full screen now. Showing a hey, baseball slide. Safe, but not safe.
Challenging plus frames. Interesting.
I think he thought he was gonna get a whip punish on there and do massive damage, but now the tides have turned. The boots are coming out, but nice. Gets in the guts. Low.
Good mix-ups, but yeah.
That's really good though. I like the use of a low as an anti-approach tool.
I mean, you just gotta play around Dark Legacy, right?
Yeah, kinda, yeah.
Just hit him with lows and throws, which is what Huang actually succeeds at. I see this matchup being like kind of Huang favored.
Yeah, I feel like you could kind of pace it differently, and then you also have the damage to keep up with Siegfried. Ooh, wow. Raw triple B getting swept. Rolling. Oh my god, the mixes, and there's your bubble.
Yes, sir. I think the general Huang game plan like kind of counteracts what Siegfried wants to do though, like at a range. Like you don't really see him pressing too many buttons off in range too much.
I feel like that's true, but then again, Siegfried's also a character that eventually gets down to, what about the person? Is he gonna block? Because Lee's been doing a really good job. Damn, dude, are you kidding?
He did. Look at the knowledge. Look at the knowledge.
That was spicy. That was pretty good. Pretty good, not gonna lie. Pretty good.
It's interesting because there's moments where I'm like, does he know this matchup? And then he does something like that, and I'm like, okay, he at least knows some stuff.
He definitely does. No, Lisa, it's crazy how, like, for people who don't know who Less Than Lee is, especially if you somehow lived under a rock this entire time, Lee is originally a PSN kind of like god. And Ender's J spotted him and then tweeted, like, shouted out a tweet, and then they became friends very quickly, and then it turns out that Linkor's always wanted a son, and without having to deal with the problems of getting a wife for a child with, Lee was born effectively to be Linkor's son. It was amazing.
And Dexus is stuck in EU, so you can't do that.
Yeah. No, Dexus is nobody's son. I don't think anybody claims him. Anyway.
Did you watch we play?
Ooh. Damn, look at this movement. COU gets kicked to the face. Oh, the throw. Better break, though.
Watch out for launch.
Damn,
no, did he get it?
Oh, that's
no,
not a
did he
thing.
get it? Yeah. No, I think it is a minus 14.
Just gonna see that. Man, just blocking that low, though, jeez.
I felt like he pressed it a little late, too.
Yeah. All right. Back to full screen. Like doing the same move. I love that. Man, the spacing on Florida Man, though, is impeccable. Just outside of the range of those AGAs, making Lee lose a little bit of the confidence in his spacing. But it's okay. He's in the face. Back to tempo time. Whoa. Using the big kicks, too. Some those on hot minute.
Oh, sidestep. Excuse me?
Oh, you can't lose. Oh, nice call out on the transition and the great backstep to facilitate it.
Yeah, the one time we finally see Bubble, like, Florida Man's playing around it too well, essentially. He's got to make something else work, like when he's in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, he managed to stop movement and get some plus frames. So like, I think he operated as well as he expected. He's just not relying on it as a crutch to win the match. Instead, he's just gonna use his big fat stompers.
Yeah, he's getting some really good ducks that are kind of butt blasting him. At this point.
You use butt blast too now.
Ew? I don't know who else does, but I never use it in commentary. My bad.
That's my stupid line. That's my stupid line. Anyway. Okay, stays on the ground. Good choice. What? He kicked.
Oh,
and then
the blocks are so good.
What happened? Okay, nice block. Get the, ooh,
Yeah.
Swing, bada. Swing.
I think all that happened was the good callouts were starting to come out. How many good ducks did he have? He had a duck into CE. Obviously, duck into like full crouch 3B is always good. But he had like a ton of really good ducks at very key moments that he gets a lot of damage off of it.
Yeah, he had a Donald, a Daffy, a Dewey, a Scrooge. Lots of good ducks.
Wait, shit, I actually missed that. Who won?
Lee did.
He did? Oh, okay, shit.
Yeah.
Woo, that was spicy though. Wow, well played. It's impressive to see. Actually, I would say this. It's refreshing to see Lee play, and the reason why is because I feel like he plays kind of like a West Coaster. At least when he's playing on a West Coast connection, like.
No.
But he
doesn't really have any influence from, because he's from Michigan, I believe. So he's actually Midwest. And the Midwest players for this game play so randomly. Like no one really plays the same because we're not like that interconnected.
Midwest is a large, desolate place, right?
Yeah, where you'll be the one person who likes Caliber and you're in the 4-hour radius drive. Like,
oh yeah,
that's the problem. Like if we all lived next to each other, it would be fine. But
also, damn,
we're
Lee's
all
showing
of a sudden 3 states away or something.
Lee's showing his two-handed strength build, beating out that curved sword Faith.
yeah.
This is Infectious and Breadmaster.
Ooh. Okay, so I love Infectious, but this guy plays like an asshole. Like complete utter just
Very online console version.
Yeah, this guy
Very.
plays a very, very online style Ivy where it's just like big numbers, big damage, like pain in the ass neutral, and the second he smells you block it, you're just gonna get thrown for 6 years. On the other hand,
Ivy's good.
I mean, his
That's
Ivy's
the style-
pretty solid.
I think that's how Ivy should be played. Like
Yeah.
she excels at like just risk reward type style, where it's like take the big risk because usually you're not gonna get punished too hard.
And then we have Breadmaster over here, who's I don't know. I feel like he's pretty neutral, except once he starts feeling his opponent out, he could go really, really big. And so far, look at that! Wow, just like instantly, just plops his opponent down on the ground, gives him the stick.
I was about to say the other good Ivy I think of is like Kinetic Clash, and that man plays nothing but buttons Ivy too.
Yeah, wow, ooh, nice one for B. Yeah, Infectious really good at using his defensive options too. Notice that, like, hey, whoa.
He's gonna get punished for that. I really did. That would be so good.
Yeah, this is a little bit. This is the Wild West right now. I'm not sure what to say other than weird things are happening.
Oh, challenge at plus frames. That's not gonna get you anywhere though. I've never seen that move.
Oh, nice call out. Well, not call out. Nice punish. That was like it's kind of it's weird. It's so used to getting pushed out too far. What?
Healing, bro. How is he not dead? Okay. Finish out the round anyway.
Wow. Man.
Even twice is upset. Even twice is upset that didn't kill.
Yeah,
I don't
twice.
see he doesn't do damage, but come on.
Yeah, don't like real talk. Try not to press your turn against Infectious with a high. He's ready to like lock and load 4-4-B every single time to get that tech crouch lethal hit. I swear to God. Big stand gets Jay pull slaves. Gonna just give him finish all with 60B. Yep. Okay, pulling in. Oof, that stick though. Ooh,
Okay.
nice use. Nice use of the blue circle to get some plus frames. Push him out. Get him into that comfort zone where he puts pre-range and then immediately closes it to mix it up a little bit. But here's the
decision to hit with 668 and then run, by the way.
Extend screen. Woo.
Like, Infectious actually doesn't want to play range. He's like, I just want to hit you as much as possible.
I think he likes the safety it creates, but yeah, he's not trying to get, like, not trying to score points off of it. He's just like, well, eventually I could read what this opponent's doing, but then the Shura dance goes dancing around that throw. Ooh!
We'll get him.
Okay, full screen neutral. Here we go. First person to get shot, lose. Bonk! Oh my god, it landed! How in the hell did he know it was gonna work? How did he know? This man's brain is so big, so large, so massive, so throbbing. Are you kidding me, dude? What the hell? How did he know it was gonna work?
Yo,
Probably
somebody clip
not.
Konmai saying that, but just clip out the part he says brain, and it's way better.
Jesus Christ.
Throbbing is not a word I want to use to describe a brain.
Unbelievable, dude. Oh my god. Okay. Now, Infectious' mashing is getting the better of him. You can see counter hit after counter after counter hit.
Actually getting out poked because of his style.
Okay, full screen again. Runs it in. Tries to go for the low, but gets put on the wheels. Double Oki. Oh, right in the balls. Oof. Okay, Breadmaster almost there, but doesn't kill. And he gets the Rising B.
Oh, my Lanta, dude.
God dang, dude, are you kidding me? The margin of error in this set is so slim. Nothing is killing. Oh my god. 4 a tip.
Just
What a
mids. Only mids.
insanely toxic.
This looks like white suburbs to me, dude. It's only mids.
Ooh.
Go home.
Oh, nice tech to the side. Ooh.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep. 6BB always clears it up. Gives that little, like, it's weird. Like, I don't know why she thrusts her hips and uses a sword like that, but I'm pretty sure she's sending us some kind of message.
I'm not asking questions, okay? I'm just appreciating over here. I'm just a man of culture. Leave me alone.
Oh, be gone, but runs in there. But man, effective zoning so far. Almost has the blue health. Goes for the mix-up, doesn't get anything.
Yeah. He's doing a bit better with it.
You just don't expect them to match. Oh, the random AK up in front of you for the slow play. Oh, okay, that was a little bit too
He
ambitious.
almost got the tech crouch. That would have
He
been
was
sick.
pretty close. He got hit by the mid though, so also love fair and love and war. What? Oh, he
It would be
canceled
crazy
it.
if
That's
he
right.
actually recognized that and hit him with it.
Well, he wanted CS, but he didn't get it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh!
Yeah, you press a button.
Bro, what?
Oh my god. I don't see it. Okay, you teched wrong.
Dude, look at how much
Okay.
damage!
Yeah, you teched wrong.
Oh, and he rolled into it. Okay, it's even Steven again.
Please stop on not guarding.
Wow!
No way, you did.
He was just out of range!
Not gonna work a second time.
Oh my god, dude, that...
You started to panic. You're panic dodging, bro. He was panic dodging. So bad.
Yo, man, he drank 2 potions that time.
No, probably hit 3.
He had all 3. Took all 4 of his charges,
He
dumped it into the water.
multicasted that shit. Went for all 3.
You better hope there's a little roly-poly bug rolling around there somewhere. You ain't getting your charges back. All right, here we go. Breadmaster on the offense, running it. Oh my god, he knew his opponent was going to be antsy. He just immediately kicks him up on the Oki.
Well, he's always teching. And not forward either. Backward even. Ivy's back tech is like even sicker.
Jesus Christ, man. Breadmaster is having a hard time getting the approach here against Infectious D.
Let's say that he's got the lead right now. Oh no.
He's dying left and right, bro. All right.
Oh, hold it. That makes sense. Good tech. And
Kicks him out of
challenge. And challenge. Who challenges those?
Infectious D does. Gives him the 2-2K, the mix.
No, I don't challenge frames that can end up in 3 different situations. It's not visible. I'm good.
Good spacing so far by Infectious, too. He's getting those back.
Okay.
Never mind, man. Okay, his mental's kind of crushed a little bit. We'll see if he continues to mash on, but there we go. Serpent's Embrace K. Rolling against the Christmas tree. Bonk. Nope, nothing.
He does it right at the right ranges where he's not going to get hit by that.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. Breadmaster using the timing against his opponent. You can kind of tell that Infectious D is not comfortable playing the tempo game. My first in the stream, reign supreme.
Okay. Got some Ram lethal hitboxes. Got it.
Dude, unfortunate. Dude, this Wednesday Night Fights is wild. I don't know what to say. This has been the spiciest been in a hot minute. What the hell is going on?
It's also West Coast. It's very high octane.
Yeah,
as
no
much
kidding.
as possible. Oh no, he misses!
Oh, here we go. Toss it down. Goes for the low pokes.
I think we're gonna see a 2-2. Oh, but the
he
soul.
eats the meter.
I could see it.
This is gonna come down to one hit. I can feel it. Oh, there's 2, 3. Oh, he goes for the spin. And the rest is history. Because Ari don't go through that break attack.
Ari against Soul Charge in general is... I don't know about that one.
Yeah, a pretty dangerous position, especially against Soul Charge.
I'm telling you,
too.
that's the console coming out. Do console players always press RE when it's like do or die? I don't get it.
I've actually seen a lot of mid-screen neutral REs, surprisingly, especially from IV players. Not to say that he's one of them, because honestly, he kicks my ass on a regular basis. But I have seen that proclivity.
Ooh.
Nice.
Get him! This is big
He's
damage.
about to eat so much damage.
But they're both not gonna have enough meter. This is gonna be it. Doesn't tech. Oh.
Hey! Gets the toes.
Yo, feet.
Oh man,
Yo,
what
feet.
a set!
All right.
Wow, I don't know what to say, man. That was brilliant, man. Like I'm glad it was Breadmaster and Infectious. Those two, like Breadmaster isn't specifically known for crazy play, but I know he could turn it up, and turn it up he did. And against Infectious, he kind of forces it, because like if you play like Patient, unfortunately what ends up happening in those situations, if you play a little bit too slow or too small, your equivalency trades get really out of whack. He will always play huge, no matter what. And then it'll start my sorting and being a dick about it, and you're just be like, okay, I'm gonna kill him. And that's when he's like, I got you. Because if there's anything that console teaches you, is that psychological warfare wins games. But good on Breadmaster for being able to keep it cool and crispy, and then, yeah, getting some great callouts, especially on Oki. That Ashura dance that got him the ring out, chef's kiss.
Also the CE, whatever that was, it just ended up hitting. There was a lot of crazy stuff going on in that match. Yeah, we do have 2 Keelix in the bracket, believe it or not. West Coast, where you actually see Keelik.
Yeah, listen, I got the stick. I started off this beautiful night, and I was like, I gotta play twice, and then twice cooked me. He played so patiently. I was just like, man, I can't open this dude up, and they started 1-Aing me, and I just felt like an idiot. So like, I'm glad that we have strong Keelix, putting me in my place, honestly. All right, who do we got up next on West Coast Uno? Let me look at not the chat, the where is it? The station call. All right. Zephykai versus Less Than Lee. This is going to be an interesting one.
You know what's also interesting?
The Maturino.
Yeah. Wow. It's already.
Homework.
It's like that's all we ever talk about here, but it really is. Please press this button because we still got 22 left, and I know there's like 100 of you watching this. We're already halfway down. Press the coupon code. I every time I say that, like that's all I can think of.
Activate the coupon code.
Press the coupon code.
Consume content. No, just go onto the Matcherino, press the button. I like sign in with your Twitch. It's probably the easiest thing. But I forget when you get signed in with this. It's like 10 other social medias. So unless you're a weirdo and don't use the internet, which I don't even know how you're here, should be easy to log in. Give some free money. Some of that free money.
Bigpapachunk is always watching.
Depends. If I'm at work, I'm not. But yeah.
Okay, damn. Anyway.
If I'm at work, I am watching those children to make sure they're not apparently peeing in trash cans apparently is the delinquent act for tonight.
Oh, well, at least they're trying to aim for the bucket. As somebody who works at an arcade, they don't even try for the trash can.
Yo, Sophie.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sophie.
I got a family of teachers, and that dubious lick thing that went on for like a couple months. That was a real deal.
Bro, we had to lock down literally every single bathroom. They were literally debating on putting cameras.
Ooh, that's a COPPA violation.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
They were gonna be right outside the door, but anyway.
Ooh. All right.
Still-
Well. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, imagine you just carrying out a sink like you're about to be carrying out this win over here.
So this matchup's going to be kind of interesting because we saw, Leslie Lee use AGA. Well, that move kind of doesn't work in this matchup, except now it does. Sophie's quite capable of nullifying that. So once the game kind of progresses on in terms of mid-range defense, look out for the Taspies coming in out of nowhere.
I guess right.
All right, Zeph running the gauntlet. You just stab him in his toes.
The man's toes. You put him in Dark Legacy though. This is comeback time.
It is.
Oh, what?
It's over, she says. Can't lose. Stopping the step. Rolls it up. Wow, the
my
trade!
God.
And he gets up with the can-can! Unbelievable, dude. Like, they both, scrambled to put their boots in the air, and Siegfried was faster. Unbelievable.
Said there's DPs in this game? Wake up buttons? This is 3D game. Waking up buttons.
Okay, but Zeph is mad. He's just running it down.
I'd be mad too if I died to getting off the ground K.
Oh, that AGA was not an AGA, or AGB in this case.
Sets again?
Back off. Roll back. Okay, AGA is still... Okay, so, not opting to go for tacit neutral, just confident with his movement from Zephikai.
Counter hit.
Swing, bada bada. Are you so desperate to die, he says. That's a pretty good line. Yeah, he was so... Oh, he read it! He read it! Like a book. Scholastic. Book fair.
I'm sick.
Where 6 is B. Pick it up. Doing okay? Ah, wow. Calls the opportunity, gets the splits. And we're seeing Zephikai. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I like how Zephikai actually delayed that to not get parried, basically.
No walls there. Ooh, nice short Yukin. Okay.
Gonna be dead even here, going to the last round.
Yeah, dead even. 2-6 butter. Here's the punish.
Okay. I'm gonna see. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Okay, here we go. What is he getting? Nothing. He just got lightning.
Everyone forgets about Dre.
Ooh. Great
Boom.
string knowledge. Jeff just robs this man. Takes it
That
all
was
the
some
money out of his
season
pocket.
1 stuff, bro.
Dumps him upside down, shaking all the coins out of this dude like he's a freaking Mario got hit by a Goomba, dude. Like, man, he just got taken straight to tax court. Oh my god, the IRS audited him so hard. He's not even less than Lee. He's got some sort of negative number now.
In a cursed castle.
I didn't even have words, bro.
Dude, that was just tragedy.
Lee just looked like Chris Rock for a minute. Too soon? My bad.
Wow. All right, nice stab. Using it to whip punish just what he sees in front of him instead of using it as a preemptive choice. I kind of thought he was going to make it be like, okay, stop AGAing. But yeah, he's just showing a lot of confidence and just kind of using it in different situations. But right now, Leslie going in. Woo!
The thing is, once he gets the ball rolling, he can actually beat him up. We don't usually see that from Zephikai. Usually he gets hit once and then never gets hit again.
Yeah. Ooh, whoa. Nice pickup. Okay, here we go. Uno K's. Nick. Oh, jeez, how did he...
Happening.
Nice Nice getting in there. Hard combo. Oof. 4B. 4B.
I don't think he wanted that AA. It kind of killed him too.
Whoa. Interesting choice from Zephykai. A nice start, duck at the start, but kind of hard to get the second jump to fully punish that, but it's okay. Back off, he says. Bonk.
Okay. Just doing that just to get him off of him for a second. But we're in Dark Legacy time. Throw mix up. I don't know how he takes every throw.
Ooh, gets him over. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Damn it. That makes sense. That makes sense. That was so sick. That was so smart.
Oh, that was genius.
That was real throbbing right there. Okay.
Ooh, man.
That was, his brain is too large.
Okay, backing up. Wow, getting in there with the Cass AA.
Goodbye.
Oh, he's about to
Oh!
eat. Oh, never
He
mind.
got it.
Yo, is this Guilty Gear? Oh, there it is. Finally, Taz in under AGA. Oh, but here we come, the Mix Lord himself.
Oh, he's not out of there. Okay.
Dance out of that.
You can't dance out of that stuff, man. Oh my god. Good call out from Zephykai.
I will say though, Lee's ability to scramble off the ground in this matchup is actually impressive.
Yeah, his Oki defense is actually quite strong.
Really big deal the way Zeph plays this character.
Alright, here we go. Here we go.
There you go.
Soul attack.
That
to the
does
low
like
this
no
time.
damage.
Yeah, he was going for the mix-up opportunity afterwards, but unfortunately, he's not going to get an opportunity to do nothing.
I like the idea of using the soul attack at giving you like a good advantage, but you need to get your damage in, like in those moments. Zeph is gonna blow you up.
That was 2 rounds? I didn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Felt like a speed
Yeah.
run.
It's because it was pretty back and forth.
Yeah. I thought there was war. Just because, like, yeah, the pace of it seemed like, okay, I'm going to get around, you're going to get around. It was like back and forth. And they were just like beating the crap out of each other. But, whew, that's that for you. I mean, if you think about it, though.
That was winner's side, too.
Yeah.
So Zeph goes to winner's final. But Listen Lee is definitely still in. He's going to be... I don't even know where he's at yet. But
Let me check out the bracket.
Why do I not see his name? Oh,
That's
it's because he's skipped a round.
Yeah. He goes
So
straight to
he
quarterfinal.
might face potentially 4 people, so I'm not even going to go there, I guess.
I think
Let's
next
see.
time Lee has to fight, you should probably try fingers.
Butthole.
Oh, my God. All right. You freaking mateless motherfuckers. Sheesh.
Listen, it's the talk of probably the decade.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a great game. I will never downplay that game. I'm still enjoying every sliver of whenever I'm like, I'm going to fight a dog. All right, this dog's going to, like, give me the dog knot. All right, I'm going to try to fight the dog again. Oh, well, there goes all my runes. Never mind.
Never mind. I will say there's no salty runbacks as much in this game, so, like, when I lose, at least I'm just like, all right, let's just do it again. It feels like training mode.
All right, Revan versus Breadmaster. You see, your eyes do not deceive you. There are more than one Huang. Huang is plural. Don't believe what the Huang main say. There's at least 3 of them.
Like at least 5, I think.
Yeah. Although I will say this, you'll never see like I don't think you're going to see a new Huang for a little bit. Oh, Breadmaster bringing on the oven, slamming it down on Florida Man. Not Florida Man. On Revan. My bad. I already screwed up.
Dang. Already messed up.
I already goofed it up. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Right, that was out of pocket. Oh,
Okay.
nice. Yeah, that
I like
move's like
that.
actually kind of like a pseudo horizontal. Very powerful.
Yeah, 236K is a dumb move. Like on paper, it's really dumb.
Double A. MCO. Okay. Pick him up. Let's see where he's going with his Hoki. Goes for the delay.
Down there.
I've noticed that that's actually kind of an effective strategy. This guy has the best Helix CEs of all time. Prove me wrong.
Step. If you're not literally hitting back and guard, you're gonna get a hit.
Like, seriously, man. All right. Well, speaking of backstepping, that's not what Redmaster's getting to do at all. All right, getting back at oh, well, there goes your meter, my dude. All right, there it is. He's still stepping to this day. Redmaster with the 2-2B, the classic.
Revan plays very differently than Florida Man.
Yes, he does.
Very reserved.
Oh, but great
sick.
dodge. Okay, slowing it down. Oh, yes. While rising B, how you dare. Try to hide me. Try to count 4.
Yeah.
Tries to do it again, but he doesn't get the punish. Oh, and then he goes for the 1A for the slow play, thinking that his opponent's going to be like, yeah, I give up my turn. He's like, nah.
The 1A in neutral. Let's go. That's the kind of game we're in.
Here we go. Ooh, gets devastation. Okay. This is actually really for in some ways. Wow.
Yeah, you're dead.
All right, well, that's all she wrote. Suffer my breadlust.
idea of using 3B there. A lot of Helix like to run up and just throw in that situation. Although it's a block. Too strong.
Too buff. What kind of bread what do you think Breadmaster's favorite bread is?
Tomato basil.
Tomato basil. Wait, is this like is this like, are we talking like Subway breads or something?
No. go try out Panera's tomato basil.
Tomato
It's literally the best. Yeah.
All right.
You Pantera bread.
Pantera bread.
Pantera bread? No, dude. No.
Dude, I listen, I would eat at Pantera bread.
I wouldn't. That dude's a crazy... No, we're not even gonna get in that conversation right now.
BB.
I like use the laser sword.
Oh yeah, he does. He's using the high-tech sword.
Like the sword that doesn't match this game almost. It's like a diamond Minecraft sword.
Yeah, it's Minecraft Steve.
Yeah. Got him in. It's a terror here too. Gotta hold it. Ooh, catching him with the launcher though.
Man, I like how big this man plays, but he's in trouble, and the Uno A comes and sweeps him off his feet.
Yeah. Hard to punish that move.
Okay, blocking it out. Keep it slow. Okay, Warriors AB, you'll get caught once in a while. Ooh.
Like that.
Those B. Okay.
Yeah, I like that mix up too. Breadmaster's not really dealing with full crouch 3B very well.
He's doing a good
See
job.
what Revan can kind of do with it.
Game's slowed down pretty significantly. They're playing aggressively, but the turns are a little bit smaller. Okay. Ooh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good whip punish.
Get back to 0.
I think that first match, Revan didn't earn the right to do bids that much. Because he really wasn't doing a lot of lows or throws to like force you to do that.
Therefore, you don't have the right.
Damn, dude.
Stop. So Betty.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's
Here we go.
working on him this round though.
Yeah, Breadmaster is cooking right now.
He's baking in the oven.
Oh,
What's he got?
So he's got a block 2K. He's playing a little bit of defense, showing patience. Gets out of evil mode.
Why is he challenging these frames?
I think at some point he's figured that like his opponent will eventually back off, and that's when I will continue to mash AA.
I just feel Huang only has like 2 or 3 situations you really got to worry about a plus frame.
Woo. Good string knowledge by Breadmaster.
He's just slamming him on Oki over and over.
I like Revan's use of 3B though in this situation. He's doing a good job of continuing the pressure and then knowing that his opponent's 2B is kind of stubby and really punishing him for it.
That 3B was a checkmate, by the way.
Yeah.
So he actually he finished the combo with the sash. So he basically put him up to red with that, and then 236K should have been enough that anything would have broken. And he just goes for 3B, and unless you sidestep, you're gonna get broken or just die right there. Ooh, that was actually really smart to end the round with all that.
Ooh, A plus B Oki. Lots of plus frames. Okay, yeah, we've seen that setup before. Lots of like 2A into wall rising B. Ooh, look at that weird move right there. Kind of adding a little micro mix up to his game plan. He's mixing up the Hori with the mid right there.
Red was just trying to get Breadmaster to stop stepping, just at least a little bit.
That's the hard part though. Trying to get Breadmaster to stop stepping is like, you know, stop telling bread to be bread or something.
That's very true. But he did like 8 horizontals in a row. Oh. I don't think he even tried to go for a vertical.
Get sealed. Big uphill battle and no dice for Breadmaster this round.
I think it'll be tough to deal with too. It's got some decent frames.
Okay, he's amped it up. Poke City.
Oh, just keeps the space.
Whew, bonk, bonk. Okay, going to Cleansing Rod. Ooh,
Oh,
tricky.
I like that.
Yeah, I like the delay on the first. Oh, gives him the can kicks from crouch. Nice.
I really like that. I've never really seen anybody just do one hit of that first.
Okay, all the momentum's in Malcolm's favor. Breadmaster looking real buff right now. Oh, and he just rises to the occasion. No fear. Oh, he's running it. He's running it. Okay, there we go. Offense stop. Whew. Here we go.
I like that
Revan.
combo. Just gotta deal with Oki.
Okay, blocks
Dealt
it
with
up. Okay, full screen. What?
Yeah.
Yo,
A
man.
long pause.
Hit him with the shake by hand GGs, dude. Oh no. Oh, it's back, baby. And I think he's a gut, so I think it's gonna kill. Oh my god.
It should kill.
Damn. Oh my lord.
That was sick.
Breadmaster.
That was a great whip punish.
The besties. This side of the West right now, man. Whew.
It's kind of wild that Breadmaster wins a lot of the time without Soul Charge.
Yeah.
At all.
He's.
Like,
I feel like
that's
he's a good
wild.
mix though. He's willing to go into it to run it down, but he's not afraid of using it. But he's also comfortable using his meter just to whip punish or to catch backstep like a genius.
Stroke anybody, but I think Twice a Day has like the best version to kind of go in between the two. But I like that. I like the confidence in the regular Keelik, because usually some people use the Soul Charge version just to, okay, I'm behind all the time, or I can't beat this guy, I'm just going to keep going to the Soul Charge. Or Soul Charge is the main part of their plan, where they almost guarantee a round win with it. I like the confidence to basically use the regular version of Keelik and not think he's just bad, which is like what everyone's complaint about the character is, right? Like out of Soul Charge, he's not good for some reason.
Honestly, that sounds like some event home stuff.
I still hear it all the time. Keelik is a good character. I don't want to hear this anymore.
All right, who do we got up next? Yoshi. Oh, Twice and Yoshi 6. All right, well, if you wanted some Keelik tonight, well, I don't know what to say. It's your dream come true. Now, if you didn't want Keelik tonight, well, I don't know what to say other than Brahma. It's like, deal with it.
You say Namu.
Namu. Yeah, you know, maybe that's the case. I think in terms of, this matchup's kind of funky. I'm not sure how to put this one because, yeah, sure, Yoshi can really run it. Oh, okay, on this stage, I think this actually is, we're going to see a lot of the Yoshi favor stuff come into favor, which is if Twice can't keep his opponent out, he's going to be really dealing with the hard situations where, like, Yoshi's damage is too crazy for the amount of risk he's trying to put out, which is not that much in a lot of situations near the wall.
Yoshi. Every time I see this matchup, all I see is clown shoes. All I see is clown shoes. Yeah, I saw that too.
Oh my god. Okay, Twice is cracked right now. Everything's happening that he could possibly want. What is happening? Holy god.
That was sick.
Alright, backing it up. So right now, the pace of the game seems to be try to keep Yoshi out. But okay, now we're at the place we're talking about. Right next to the wall. Now, and he has Stick of Butter, so he could kind of just do whatever he wants. He can, 6K, he can 9K. He can do wherever he... Okay, but he got rotated around. But Defender's game for Twice. He's going to have to stabilize somehow. Oh my god, that 4-4K was hella wild. Yo!
He spent all around trying to get out of the corner.
Yeah, and you have to because if you don't, you die.
AA becomes an I-10 death move.
Yeah, like what? Quite literally, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh, the patient play from Yoshi 6, baiting out that GI micropause. Woo,
So-
nice punish. Damn.
Good matchup knowledge.
Excellent block though by Twice a Day, bringing it back, getting close to the healthy, gonna keep his plus frames. Are harassing the legs a little bit.
Sure, on the other front, he does have to worry about the wall here because. Yep.
Oh, that combo
Holy.
sucks. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's sweet.
Yoshi.
What?
Are you
Wait,
kidding me?
he stepped that. He stepped in, had to block it.
Did he block BB?
I'm so confused.
If he blocked BB, he could step out of it. The
Yeah.
wall like saved him.
But that's what doesn't make sense. He was stepping the opposite side where the wall was. All right, here we go. Gives him the hump.
Bro, nerf kill it.
Oh, nice punish.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's happening.
Wow, great follow up too.
You know, Twice a Day is not going to finish that though.
Yeah, that's true.
He's not the one. He's not that guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
You have to step into the one direction. That's right. The Killick BBB, you have to step to a certain direction, and that was into the wall to dodge it. You couldn't have avoided it.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought you press down on that angle. Oh, I'm dumb. All right, bonk. Bonk, bonk. Oh, goes for the mix-up. Nice. Great delay, getting lots of mileage out of that sequence right there. Okay, movement denial again.
I've never seen that. Like, not hit. Does it go down?
Okay, nice. Chicken combo, backs it up. Using his healthy and great whip punish. Damn.
I think Yoshi 6 gets to play a lot more explosive on each exchange.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Twice should random this stage out. It's just not worth it.
There's a lot worse options, I think.
No, this is probably one of the worst stages, I think. For like, okay, maybe if you think that you're playing against Lolo on your alt stage, but this like forest is basically Yoshi land.
50% of the stages are Yoshi land. I'd rather take the one I don't die instantly from, I guess.
Okay, big sweep. Woo. Okay, there we go.
That's gonna
Pick it up.
finish off the round here.
Yeah. Twice looking nice. Keelik slap Chris Rock. Goddamn. Ooh, yeah, that be slided. That's the juice right there. Nice step. There we go. Okay, the right step.
Not a whole lot of damage, but that is basically running mileage for Yoshi right now.
Yeah, while Rising Rising A Brave Rage is really doing a lot of work for him. Woo, there it is again.
Yeah. He's hit it like 8 times, I swear.
Man, interesting. I really like the way that Yoshi 6 has been kind of evolving his game plan. He does a lot of like interesting things with 4KB. In that case, he used it as a kind of like a whip punish. But earlier, he ran up, crouched, and did it again. And I think it's really smart because if they think that you're gonna mix you, they're not gonna like want to like. They're actually gonna want to crouch later on, and that'll catch them when they backstep crouching because they want to get away from full catch 2K. Oh, that stick kept coming though. Yeah, no, that didn't sound right. Anyway, keeping it small.
Yeah, now he's being way less risky. I think the big thing that Twice needs to play around that what Yoshi's doing.
Oh, nice block! So clutch.
Do it for flair.
Twice.
So Yoshi's actually sidestepping a lot to force Twice a Day to stop using verticals as much, and like a big key like weakness is honestly horizontal mids. So I think that's where he's getting a lot of the duck opportunities from.
Yeah.
Like he's making it work, but
There's also
Twice a Day finds a way a lot of the time.
It's true. It's true. There's 4KB again. He's expecting his opponent to want to engage into longer range neutral, and he's trying to chase it down. I kind of like this. Oh my god, rolls in with a moonsault double time. Oh, and the mix.
Yeah.
Brutal, man. When you see your opponent get up after that, you're just like, well, they're going to have to hold this one. Ooh, I like it. Okay, you spicy. G6 looking good. Double A.
Yoshi 6 is starting to catch on too that Twice won't really try to challenge at long range either.
Backing it
Like, he's
up.
not throwing out any like 2-2-As or anything weird. Okay. I thought he alright. I thought he did it.
What have been a good choice? Okay, spin.
Gotta hold it. No, hold it. I don't want
Patience.
to.
Oh no! It is holding. Oh my god. Oh, great. Great punishment on that. Noticing his opponent was going to be really defensive, even though he was obviously showing an offensive posture with his soul charge. But good to see past that sort of like layer 1 and understand that the player wanted to play safely and wanted just to be like, okay, I'll get my turn back and then I'll be able to keep it forever. In that case, he's just like, let me mix you up. All right, if you're blocking, you're dead.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think Yoshi gets to kind of control the matchup way too much. And maybe you're a little bit right. Like, the stage, no matter what, if there's, like, any chance you can hit the wall, you try to get out of there. But that stage is so claustrophobic. There's no way to not have your wall, like, back to the wall at some point. And it affects your play. It does. And if it doesn't, you're probably getting hit.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And well played by Yoshi 6, keeping it pretty. I was guessing the whole time, honestly. His tempo is so good now. It's so much better than like a year ago, man. Like he's like it's cool to see a player where you have like an image of how they used to play, and now you see him now, you're like, oh yeah, they're like two different people. He might as well be Yoshi 7 at this point.
That's the next game.
Yeah, that's true.
There's hope. There's still hope.
Yeah, maybe if we get an anime.
Hey, listen.
I mean, maybe.
Bamco just got a lot of money, alright?
I think we are actually going to get one, but it's going to be after the FGC figures out, the industry as a whole understands what to do with itself. Because I'll be honest, when I was watching the roundtable and kind of watching how the Japanese developers weren't really that open to a different kind of business model, suggested to me that they're probably not ready for whatever Project Dell is going to just heap onto their chest. Because
Good point, yeah.
like I'm sure their marketing teams might be able to come up with something, But like the developers were saying that, like, you know, that's what marketing's job is. And I'm sitting here thinking, you know, that's kind of the issue, I think, is that, you know, Japan with good reason has, like, you know, structure, but games are kind of a wild frontier, and specifically with fighting games, I don't think the business model right now is that good. I still remember, like, pretty honest, I think I remember seeing a tweet from Nitty about, like, just kind of like the cost of a fighting game is pretty high compared to other games, and that doesn't engender growth outside of, like, the base core. And in order to make things better in fighting games, we actually do, at least on the business end, they need like a substantial growth, not just like, oh, well, we got everybody who plays Tekken to play Tekken. It's like, no, like, you need to get bigger than that. And yeah, just kind of seeing that, I was like, oh yeah, you know what, it's probably better that we do wait and see, if only just to get Bamco time to potentially, hopefully they are figuring out the netcode crap, because they have to know every single one of their games is about to get, like, cooked by all these new generation games, just from merits that are completely opposite from what they used to be, right? Like, oh, before it's like, does it have the right features? Is the game, like, good? You know, or, you know, like, is it the right kind of game for the time? You know, all these other things. But now it's like, no, you can have like two blocks fighting each other as long as the netcode's good. And they're probably like, oh shit, because that's not easy to test.
People are playing 15-year-old games just because the netcode got updated. Like, come on. Like, you know, they see that. So this is my theory, is all the newer fighting games are waiting to see how Street Fighter does. Straight up. They're waiting for the new console generation fighting game to come out, and Street Fighter is going to be the first, I think.
Yeah.
They're all just going to look at Street Fighter and Project L, and then figure out their niche in that.
They're waiting for the PS5 to add a second fucking USB port.
That and
last year's roundtable, they were not talking free to play, and they talked a lot about it this time, which I think is Project L 100%.
Project L is going to be, I think, well, the thing is, like, Riot understands and has the backbone of not the backbone, like the infrastructure for a team that can handle free to play. Because, like, free to play requires a lot of teams, right, to, like, build content constantly. Because you can't make a free to play game and then just be like, oh, okay, whatever, right? You have to constantly supplement it with ways to get money back on your investment. And, like, Rito's got that, right? They sort of built the franchise, and, like, now it's like, oh, well, instead of like a handful of skins, it's like, oh, here's this entire new fantasy universe every like 3 months that we theme these skins off of, and blah 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 blah, right? So yeah, I don't think the Japanese devs are ready for that kind of commitment to a game, especially since, like, you know, Riot, to their credit, has not diversified as much as these other companies have, right? And it's kind of good for them, because then they're able to pivot a little bit easier. Whereas, like, when you're in Bamco, you have to worry about, like, hey, we need to make sure we have enough money to make sure that the One Piece mobile game and, like, a million different gachas and also Gundam cabinets and all these, like, other weird, crazy side projects that are, like, they're all looking at us like, okay, we got to keep these alive for the most part, right? It's one of the reasons why I'm, like, kind of like, like, I get why, like, Bamco is kind of a, like,
absolutely don't think they're struggling with money whatsoever.
It's not that they're struggling with money, but they probably can't pivot that easily, and they obviously right now can't hire that much.
I think they can.
Not for something that's not making them that much money, because you have to understand is, like, the way that they look at it is, like, does it make as much money as Gacha? And they're like, no, okay, screw it. So I don't think they would.
So what you're saying is that we need more waifus.
You know, to be honest, I think we need to start tapping into the husbando market.
True. Gro's butt was a good addition, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, we need Keelik's butt. We need a lot of other butts. We need more man butts.
We need more butt in general. That's the solution. That's the solution that's going to save the FGC, folks. More butt.
No, so, didn't you see the Street Fighter 6 reveal? It's all about the dong.
Oh, right? You're right. The slanger. Yeah, you're not wrong.
All right. Anyway, all right. We can finally move into winners finals now. So we're gonna get Breadmaster and Zefukai going up at this.
Malcolm and Zeph. That's cool.
What's wrong, Bread?
The Breadmaster himself. We'll see how this matchup goes. Because, like, if unfortunately, like, this is one of those weird moments where you're talking about old news that's relevant today. I mean, when you have when you room with the guy who pioneered the character for so long, I think he knows a lot of the tricky stuff. And like, as far as I know, Helix as a character, tricky stuff it isn't really like sometimes worth the investment. And against like this Ekalana play, it's probably hard to pull a fast one.
Oh man, we're gonna miss the Huang mirror.
Oh wow, we are. Well, sucks.
Sorry, it just came out of my head.
It has to be like that.
It is
But,
what it is.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how this pans out. I got a feeling that like my mind's eye sees, and I'm looking into my crystal ball. It's gonna start out like traditional Zeph style. Gonna start like a mad dog, play really aggressive, see if he can enforce his standard Oki mix-up on his opponent between 1k and 6 XP, and with Sophie, of course, and kind of go from there. It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be up to Redmaster to slow the pace down to the place where like he can get sort of kind of funky with movement. And then I think that's where it opens up for him. But I think it's sort of his game to sort of defend his home turf in terms of the initial part of the game. So we'll see how this pans out, though.
It depends who they play.
Yeah, well, that too. Like
I
if
think
it's not,
Master actually approaches the game a very similar way. The way he plays, like it's very call out with ducks, call out with sidestep. Zeph does that kind of stuff too. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that clashes. If they do a mirror, I'm gonna laugh. I think they do it.
Oh, sorry. I just thought for a moment that they could actually unironically play the mirror.
I know Zeph would probably do it just as like a, like, I'm gonna do this. This is what's going down now.
Okay,
he's here to win.
A little bit different. All right.
No, we in winners final. Ain't no
Yeah, it's
messing
true.
around.
There's enough money in the pot to incentivize
Yeah.
playing a safer pick. Because, like, and this might seem weird because, like, Zeph makes the Sophie kind of effortless, but the game plan for Zhonghua is actually a lot more stable. He does kind of, like, deny movement. Well, the way that Zeph plays it is he denies incoming movement with 6 XP, and then does a lot of movement checks and stuff. And then, like, if he needs to, like, clamp down and block a lot and play very defensively, he's got great options to make the risk-reward uneven for his opponent. So right now, he's starting off with a nice low. Get in there. He's just going to keep attacking the legs, knowing that Malcolm likes to move. Okay, really smart.
Surprising to see run-in buttons from Zeph, by the way. Normally he just runs up at guards or just tries to close space, but he's actually doing it like with buttons. Like knowing that Birdmaster's gonna challenge.
Oh my god, wow. That was a clutch while rising B right there. Woo.
Miss spaces.
Yeah, doing a lot of advancing lows from Zephakai.
Popped him.
Kind of feel the respect between these two players, though. They're not really going Hail Mary yet. I think kind of small.
Definitely. Oh, very small. This is the smallest I've seen, like, today. By a mile.
Okay, backing it up. Neutral.
The problem is Zeph likes this a little bit more because one little pop-up right now, that's death with the bar meter.
He's in kill range, and his opponent really isn't, unless he catches the backstep
Launcher.
with the CE.
Safe launchers all day. Why do anything else?
He's gonna lame it out. Okay, gets the distance. Oh,
the
cartwheels.
Soul charge?
Oh, so.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Oh my god, Breadmaster really slowing the game down, getting this timer scam.
Interesting that he didn't take the meter. Because you're gonna get a free one anyway. Maybe he didn't believe in the round.
There's a little kick. Oh, let's go! Are you kidding me?
You can pay for that too.
Nice throw, better break.
Side throw.
Sweep the leg a little bit. Oh, he thought he had the read and he almost was so close, but the string catches him out of the move, but it's okay. He's got the Uno A on deck. Sweeping the leg, and that's a 3-0.
Yeah, kind of punishing him for not wanting to use Soul Charge to stop the clock.
Damn.
onto the stage of history.
All right, Breadmaster. Okay, opting for a different stage, getting for closer quarters, and that makes sense. He was doing a good job moving around the map, Breadmaster's end. He would actually do a couple pokes and kind of disengage a little bit. And this is giving him less space to disengage. So we'll see how this goes. Time for some sparring.
Is that any way to treat a lady?
Yes! And you're paying for dinner tonight.
Quality. Alright, go in. Breaking throws. Slapping hose. Wow.
Damn.
Off to a good start already.
Ooh. BB? Blocking out. Oh, okay, goes for the
That's a
standard
good
kind
flash.
of. Nice use of the cartwheels. They're both doing the same move, and then the BB hold.
Don't you ever do that string in my house.
Oh my god, man. That's
Ever again.
BB hold. That is Breadmaster happy with his creation right there. That is. If there is anything Breadmaster's known for, is that little bit. Oh my god, but that's a thrust, and you are dead, my friend.
Right? Yeah. That's unfortunate.
Just think about that. Like, how much momentum you felt for a moment, and then immediately your souffle falls flat. While Rising B doing the classic.
Yeah. I made the super tech crouch, and that's a thrust. He's honestly been calling out the super tech crouch really well up until that point. All it takes is one mistake sometimes.
Holding it out. Okay, spin it around. Woo! Okay. He rolls it up, but he's not gonna commit to the back. That's fine. Smart. Nice movement catch. Good call on the timing. Gains some plus range. King like distance runs up. What? Was that a side throw?
Yeah.
I didn't even see where he sidestepped. Holy crap.
Oh, he was already on his side.
That's crazy. All right, but here we go. Aggressive start from Breadmaster. Really running it down.
Watch out. Yeah, try to go for the reverse ring out option. Good option to beat out the GI.
Uh-oh.
He's fine.
BeanieThuggish?
He's fine.
Okay. Whoa, but you rolling on 1A, getting that lethal hit, but it doesn't, it's kind of redundant. I think he already had full meter. Okay, soul charge from SCVI. Putting in the danger soul!
Again, he calls out the string pressure. That isn't real at all.
That man always be stepping.
Bro, where's Nemo?
He's not scared as F.
I know,
He's
this
not
is like
letting him
Nemo's
do
night.
these things. Yeah. If you don't play scared, none of this like weird mental pressure doesn't work, you know?
Yeah. Or 6A, 2K. Oh, but here comes the whip on his bump. Gonna get turned into the gas. Sublimating blade. Right, gets with the 6B. Blocking it up. He had to block that?
I think it was actually a situation if he didn't hit block, he would have been out of the way.
Ooh. Man, just like that, SCVI just comes rearing back in and takes the game.
That was the fastest 5 rounds I've ever seen.
Yeah, I want to see that.
That didn't even feel back and forth. That was just over.
I want to see the timestamps on this bad boy. This is like, it's crazy. They're playing such high speed, but like, they are playing pretty small-ish, kind of, at least initially.
Sir just needs to get creative, start bringing out the pumpernickel or something.
Oof. Oh, okay, outside of the range, I think. Okay, while we're in B, get that full screen distance. Double A. Oof. Okay, sweeping the leg to open up the defense a little bit. Oof. Yeah, both of these guys like to sidestep. It is doosh, skadoosh.
Except Zeph is so good at calling out throws.
Yeah.
He's so good at it. He ducks the more throws than any person I've ever seen.
Very patient play now. Been picked up. All right, here we go. Goes for the raccoon kick a little bit. Huh?
Now Zeph is opting out of the delays and the string pressure too.
2K to annoy. Nice little zoning there.
There it is. Launcher time.
Ooh.
Or just scale?
If he got a post GI, this is probably not gonna kill. Lamau, I'm done.
Just kidding.
That's why I just said scaled. So I was like, that could happen. Her CE's tough. Because it's only like the last hit that you can really tell if it's gonna kill or not.
Okay, but here we go. Redmaster, turning up the heat. Going for that single bonk. So he phased through that. All right. Yeah. Don't cry, baby. This is where you don't cry. This is, unfortunately, that works on other men, but not on your boyfriend.
Are you saying his tears don't fall?
He's actually thinking about Zhang Lin, which is really problematic.
Did they crash around you instead?
I don't think Konmai gets this.
I don't get
Oh,
it.
that sucks. It's okay. I'll tell you later.
I don't like that song, by the way.
No one does. It's okay.
Right. Ugly Oki times.
Stop here.
Oh, he held it. That was actually really smart. Instead of like being like, he probably wasn't expecting that to land. He was like, well, I'll just hold this, and then got awkward enough, and he's just like, well, sweep the leg. All right, back on the stage again. Time marching on. So is this bracket. Okay, pulling it in there. Not sure what Redmaster's game plan is looking like. I feel like the confidence has been shaken out of him completely. Oof.
I think it's confidence at this point. It's just game plan. You kind of run out of interesting options. Like, he's trying to find some way to kind of work in some damage.
Well, there we go. It's working now. Playing the aggressive, though.
You just see Zeph get a little bit defensive, and that's all he needs most of the time. Ooh, good call out.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta see more of the... Ooh, I like that throw. Not being tech. I don't know. I think the one thing that Breadmaster was doing was blowing up the string pressure, and then Zeph's never did a string ever again in his life.
Yeah. All right, Breadmaster continuing the pressure, but gets kicked to the ground. 2K annoyances. Doing that single part of the move. Ooh, nice use of the Bombers B. Gonna get that nice little combo. Uses a backstep on the Oki. Is he gonna get caught backstepping? Oh no! He got counter hit. He pressed the button.
What does Zeph know that no one else does?
Just kidding.
Twice.
I mean-
Can you explain that interaction? Why? There's got to be a reason he insta-snap CE there. There's something going on that I don't see for sure.
Pick up. Sweep the leg. Blocking it out. Dose, eh? Scary for... Oh! Do it again! Do it again! Okay, Dose picking it up. Oh, nice. Okay. The backcourt chilling out. Oh, you like it?
So
Ooh, that 9B, so treacherous. Such a great tempo move. Pretty fast for a jumping move. Does pretty good down damage for the size of poke, and just excellent because visually confusing in most cases.
Oh, the preemptive like side sets and ducks are getting Zeph out of a ton of pressure.
Redmaster playing the aggressive. Okay, now getting to the green a little bit. And Zeph looks like he's comfortable because he's moving a lot. And there it is, the duck into the punish. I don't think, but I could be wrong. Gonna be wrong? Not? Okay, I'm right. Exonerated.
No misses.
Get back. Okay, soul charge again. He's got like no health and he just gets 2K'd for his troubles. Woo.
That was really tough.
That was hard. Like,
Breadmaster definitely had a game plan going in, but by like the second game, it was all Zeph. Like he really couldn't get anything to start working.
it's crazy what like good denial of offense does to a player. Because like we saw Breadmaster earlier when he plays with like that extreme amounts of confidence versus like I'm gonna let this rip. It's gonna work. It's gonna work, right? And how quickly those go. But in this case, yeah, you could see that like he was afraid of throwing, and he's kind of keeping like distant pokes. He definitely stopped doing his normal sequence of like 2A into a single button, and like he just got completely and utterly shut down for mashing AA to deny movement. Like he would try to use kind of like the lowest commitment option to slow things down a little bit, and it's just like nope.
And yeah, I mean, he got ducked a lot. And like I said, I think the first, like his actual win on that set, he was just blowing up string pressure. Like,
Yes.
the big rounds that he took were like a big 2-2B hold or something, you know? And then if Zeph doesn't give you that opportunity ever again, where's the big damage really coming from? Because nothing else was really getting it at the end of the day.
Yeah. When it's weird. It's hard to describe this other than I guess like the best I could say is like there's some players who I think like some characters actually force this on you. It's like you have to play like a little big, and that's kind of like the way your comfort zone develops. And once that gets taken away, it's like really hard to come up with a game plan because like all the options don't feel good, like at all.
Yeah. I think what you said in the very beginning started to come into play. Like how Zeph really knows the Keelik matchup, like especially in a longer set on Winter's Final. Yeah, he's gonna start poking in the holes very quickly, and once you kind of feel smothered, it's hard to be like, oh, I'm gonna do what I normally do, but you can't do that against him because he's gonna do this or beat me on this, or you can't be yourself all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's like you're losing. It's kind of me, and not to suggest that like Red Master is like, you know, formed by like his move choice, but yeah, there is that once you lose that, it almost feels like you're kind of like when you play and you sort of feel like you're losing your individuality. It's hard to like really come back from that, and I like that's what I noticed is like strong players in this game really deny that with defense, which like because like normally obviously you experience that when you're getting run over by some crazy axe low crap like that, right? But like when it's like, oh yeah, my decisions don't make sense anymore because none of them are working. Ugh, it's a scary place to be. And
Yeah,
Zeph is
because-
perhaps one of the best at putting you in that situation.
Well, think about it. What's your option to do that? To play more clean and more quote unquote correct, which gets you blown up even harder, right?
Yeah.
Because you're not doing the weird timings anymore. You're not doing unoptimal stuff that would catch somebody. Like, you get in a very fierce cycle very quickly, and when you're doing all this in your head in a very short amount of time, because like that set was quick. That was like four games, but it didn't feel like it. So you don't have enough time to really. It comes down to experience at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, look, who do we got up next here? Yoshi 6 versus Florida Man. Fluoride Man. Toothpaste. Just a sec, he says. All right. He says just a sec. All right, well, I just got... I'm going to do my one little thing. My thing is this. Hey, can someone get Great One really quick? I need one of the House of Caliber boys to go get Great One. Or actually, you can ask on my behalf.
He was here. He was here earlier.
Is he here?
He was. I don't know if he's still here.
I'm only gonna. This is the most embarrassing ask of all time. Well, actually, that's not really embarrassing. I actually do want to hang out the House of Caliber because I'm going to Texas Showdown.
Oh shit!
And more importantly, they accepted me for commentary, so I'm actually, I'm actually really excited.
Let's go.
But I want to hang with the homies, like real talk. So, actually, quite literally, looking for anybody who's rooming there or has some place to stay, because I would like to hang out with a Caliber person other than the, So yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, I'm also looking for a room. Or if anybody's going to Texas Showdown and wants to split a room, hit me up, because yeah, I definitely want to like play casuals with Caliber players. Like, even though I'll probably end up mingling, because this is actually kind of a weird reunion. You know, a lot of the people that I know from WNF are like big deals in their respective games, right? Like, most prominent example is Jake Ryan. You've probably seen him around doing Dragon Ball and most recently Street Fighter 5. As no surprise to anybody, I'm actually like we were close friends, but actually before what happened before WNF. WNF was actually kind of like a future skip. We were like surprised we saw each other there because I was like, oh, we met at Anime Expo, and our literal mutual like bonding moment was over a not safe for work website. Go figure, right?
Lamau.
But yeah, seeing him like basically make it, right? And I'm just like, hanging out with Calibur, and I made it too, no joke, because I think in some ways, well, it's not some ways. I got this gig, right, specifically for one reason, because all you guys shouted me out when the TO tweeted like, "Hey, we don't have anybody for Calibur," and I was like, I would have completely missed that if it wasn't for you guys, like straight up, because I sleep forever and I work a completely backwards job, and yeah, so I'm really thankful. Like, I'm genuinely, when I thought about it, it's like this is the way I wanted to get any kind of gig, which is like by literal recommendation by the people who just, continue to play this game. And yeah, I can't really thank you enough, because I was kind of like on the fence on going, and obviously because it's expensive. I was looking at the prices of getting a plane ticket. I was like, oh, god dang, this is like worse than gas.
No,
but now I'm definitely going. Like, I can't not go. Like,
Damn,
I gotta carry the banner proud, bro.
Hell yeah, you gotta show off that McDonald's shirt.
Oh, oh yeah, I'm going in there. I'm gonna like eat a Whataburger on stage and spit it out.
In
Stomp
the
on it.
McDonald's shirts.
Just like throw it up on commentary, like this is
shit's
disgusting.
Where's the
0.5 out of 10.
Szechuan sauce? No.
The Szechuan? Alright, bro.
No, I don't want to get kicked out of the venue, my dude.
Konmai was forcibly removed from the venue.
Yeah, it's like, sorry guys, I didn't make commentary after all. I came in with the shirt, and all the Whataburger fans shot me on sight.
Well, no, it's okay. If you wore an In-N-Out shirt, then it
oh
would
god,
be,
if I wear an In-N-Out shirt
on site. On
oh man,
site.
I'm literally going to be. I'm not coming back to California. I'm just going to immediately get killed. Also, Deodin, your mom probably has better fashion sense than most people, and that's why she hates what is, that's why she hates the truth. But yeah, obviously this isn't about me though. Like, I'm just here to kill time. But yeah, really, I'm excited to meet with all my friends from the FGC, because it's weird, because SoCal specifically has been this zone where we've all we're waiting for VIA to kind of like fire off, right? But like anybody else knows in Southern California, no matter what we do, there's always something that's getting in the way of making an event remotely successful. And right now it's gas prices. Like,
oh yeah,
dude, like, okay, I swear to God, I think Bandwidth V's lives in Irvine, where the new sports arena is in, and he probably can't afford the drive, and he lives in the freaking city. So, needless to say, I could barely afford the drive. I'll do it. If they sound the horn, they're Gondor, I will go to run WNF offline. But deadass, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would not be surprised that nobody would show up. Like, it's just too expensive nowadays. So, but either way, I'm looking forward to seeing all my friends, including all you guys, but also everybody else. It's just weird not knowing that, like, we've all done our thing for like an entire year, and we're all like still alive.
Right. That's how Frosty Faustings was to me. I finally got to see like some of the new people I met because of COVID, or just a ton of people in general. And if you haven't been back to offline, it's a weird experience. It feels surreal.
Yeah,
because we haven't done it in a while.
Yeah, between Summer Jam and NEC, those are so fun. I'm not gonna lie, like every part of that was just like, whoo.
All right, sorry for the
Enjoyment.
delay. Here we go.
Yeah, we back. We in here now. What? Who joined? Oh, it's Chapter. Hello, Chapter.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
What's up?
I just saw that you were like killing time here. I figured I'd come relief pitcher you a little bit.
Oh, but the match just started.
Oh shit. Okay.
And Faustian's own, Faustian's own Florida man is on stage right now, fighting against Yoshi 6. Under or actually not under. It's over now.
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought Yoshi 6 and Sly Tiger were on built different or something, and then that team went under, right?
Listen, these guys change teams faster than I change shirts.
Okay. That makes sense. Well, no, sorry for interrupting the match. Just showing up, and I was going to relieve you with some news about the Suite of History, but maybe we'll talk about it at the end of the stream.
Ooh. Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll let y'all get back to this hard-hitting SoulCalibur action!
This is great, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I love that man. Alright, rolling lows. Okay,
Is he rolling down in the deep over here?
He's rolling with the homies right now.
Oh, dude.
Ooh,
You
yeah,
guess right every time.
dude, it's really great because like I know it. If I didn't see names on the screen, I know it's Yoshi 6 just because of the BBOki. He does that so much now. It's awesome. Because it shows
Actually, I was
restraint.
going to say the same thing because Florida Man loves trying to go for that reverse ring out option, even though everyone knows it.
Yeah. It'll work on me though. I swear to God. And in fact, it has. I remember playing casual.
Goals. Stop it.
I have to encourage him so he can play it for the highlight room. Oh my God! Look at that damage. Jesus H. My brother in Christ, that was a lot of damage. All right, nice. Gets a throw. Gonna seal the deal. Ah, Lamau.
He didn't do the guaranteed stuff? I guess he wants to save talismans. It makes sense. But then you do that anyway.
All right,
Okay.
well, Yoshi 6 is going to have to pull a rabbit out of his hat here, and I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, there it was. There was the rabbit. 2-2B, 2-2 bunny. No Joes. No dice. Just going to drop it onto the ground. Woo, nice 9K. Right, getting in there. Jumping over that throw. Ooh. Catch and crouch.
Okay, such a beast Oki move.
It is. It really is. Getting slammed on the ground. Okay, staying on the... Getting punished for staying on the ground. And there's the axe kick. So slow and so deceptive.
Yeah. Staying on the ground against Wong is honestly not that great, I would say. Because his Ogi options are strong, but you kind of just have to like hold block or something. Because he's not doing anything tricky with like just wake up throw or anything like that. At least not yet.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it'll be coming in Soul Charge. It's like, it's time for the setup. All right, opting to change stage. Going to more friendly for Hail Mary plays, but there wasn't a single time where Yoshi 6 was able to successfully bait his opponent into smelling his armpits and then falling out of the stage. So we'll see if this really benefits him in any way. He does have more walls, though.
I think the stage is a little bit easier to deal with. It reminds me more of like a fair Indian port.
A fair Indian port. Yeah, don't mention Indian port around Florida, man. We know how that goes. Oof. And he's
Am I
one-
wrong? Like, it's built like Indian port. It's just the walls make sense.
It's built with the Japanese sensibilities, an attention to detail that doesn't include extraneous, invisible walls. Oh, right out of the sky. You try to do that Indian style sit on me, bro. I hate Indian port and I hate Indian sit-in. You out. Whoa,
Oh, that was risky. Are you dead?
Wow, what a reversal of fortune. This man, Yoshi
You
6,
went in.
he really did.
That was a really big risk.
He was just like, you know what? Screw you, buddy. Right, chop,
I mean,
chop.
that armor move, honestly, like, he uses it to really good effect a lot of the time.
Okay, he's trying to jockey his opponent to the ring edge so he can get more threat of activation for a mid. Well, we see who wins that battle now. Oh, and that's a whole string.
Don't say the string. I made that mistake before.
It's crazy because it doesn't look like a combo, but I saw it. I was like, oh, that's 4 hits. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Right.
Back though, gotta deal with Oki.
All right, give him the 1K. He's prepping for 4-4-3. I can feel it from a mile away. I can smell it. I can taste it.
Ooh, 3B to duck under the AA pressure.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yoshi 6 trying to find a way in. Ooh, and he gets a side
Went for the
throw.
launcher again. Safe.
Secret techniques coming out. What's he gonna do? Going for 3H. Oh, he catches him running. Doing a good job conditioning early on. Okay, going into the sky. He's going for the big stuff. He forgot his opponent was in Soul Charge and goes for a GI right there.
Fortunate.
Yeah, I think he was actually thinking that he was gonna go for Dragonfly A+B, but I think Yoshi 6 had the right mind to just be like, yeah, this has less counterplay. Nice blocks, great defense. Oh wait, no double. Gets with a throw.
Your talismans. Really don't care about your talismans. Oh yeah, that's all a full combo still.
All right, it's time. He's wilding out. He's getting all the points he can. Getting Soul Charge.
Yoshi playing it smart. Honestly, staying on the ground in that situation was really good, but that should be a punish.
Oh man, I don't know what to say other than like very gutsy from Yoshi 6 to go for that transition twice in a row. I definitely didn't expect it, but Florida Man was ready to go sideways.
If he has a punish from that situation to kill necessarily, but to at least be scary too.
I mean, so I'm trying to think of what his options were after going into going to Flee B like that on block. I can't really think of anything that's like
the big chains. So I don't know if he could just still do an AA. He definitely had enough meter to like go into the Brave Edge, so I would have at least been closer.
Basically what I'm trying to figure out is what was Yoshi 6 thinking in terms of like what other options would discourage my opponent to step after blocking that. Maybe that's why it would have worked because like you know, hindsight is 50-50. But I'm kind of like mystified in some way. It was like one of those like spur of the moment. This is crazy enough to. Oh yeah, you know what? It might have worked just because, say, his opponent tried a 2A or something, and he just like sort of tech jump over it because he went into flee. Does that? Actually, that's probably what he was thinking. Anyway, I don't know why. Seeing that sequence was like a big head scratcher, but it was smart. It wasn't like, oh, this is dumb. Like this is not what we're talking about. It's like, oh, you know what? He had something going.
Head scratcher is Keelik. Is he just or am I a dingus and didn't realize we transitioned to different people?
We transitioned to a new match.
Yeah.
This is
right.
in fact Red Master.
Well, that would explain why I thought Yoshi 6 was going nuts and playing Keelik all of a sudden.
Keelik 6 coming to a theater near you.
Oh, it reminds me of those bad Scream movies. Oh no. Well, we'll see who's screaming here. Yep.
What? Yo, Florida. Can we talk about those performance-enhancing drugs you're taking? What the hell was that? That was incredible.
Imagine if you played Hilda and could wait 15 seconds and kill you.
Bath salts are back, baby.
That sounds like a line from Tiny Tino's Wonderlands. Yo, in the sky, gets caught by the 4-4K.
Did that trade too?
That was
a weird trade.
Gotcha, he says. They're trying to catch the tech. Quick rise. The 6BP. Roll it up a little bit. Soul burn with purpose.
I like that.
I don't like this. What says Keelik.
Stay on the ground.
Whoa,
right
he
there.
did the back jump. I forgot about that. I forgot. Oh, sorry. Got excited.
It's okay to be excited about something you never see in a game you've been watching for 3 years, okay?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And he just raw A+B's him, and he got the counter hit.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I know that move tracks, but I think he was trying to move, maybe.
I can say, you know, this man's gameplay is looking yeasty right now. Ooh, you can't be moving. No way! Okay, he went for the forbidden setup! This is the most forbidden stuff I've ever seen in my life. I don't think it's gonna kill, but oh, he did kill. It doesn't. I have seen the future. I have seen the light. Lord Breadmaster himself has shown us the darkest physical possible art I have ever seen. The whiffed freaking unblockable into the sea. I cannot believe what I have just spectated. What the hell is this man on?
I think you said it better than I ever could. So
All right, rise up, Keelix mains. Rise up. A new king has arrived.
your master is rising over here
Oh my god.
to the
dude.
occasion.
That was the most unleavened bread I've ever seen in my life. I'd like just I just passed over to another universe. Like, what is going on?
Sick.
The tragic fall of the
God
Furies
damn.
also magnified-
They're here to win today. Honestly, like they've been playing really clean.
I'm still in shock, so I'm just gonna let this game percolate. Right, but it seems like okay. All right, this man, Florida man, has figured something out. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm thinking? Redmaster's experiencing what I experienced after I land Savior's power, which is like he's just shocked that he got away with the coolest thing on the planet. And his opponent's like, okay, I just gotta stabilize and play normal, and it's working out for him.
Meanwhile, he's just thinking, he's like, man, how do I do that again?
Yeah, can I do that again?
So 2A whipping. Interesting.
PD. Okay, keeping. Ooh, okay, pressure's on. Yeah, now he's feeling himself. Malcolm's in there, but I'm scared for Breadmaster for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, it's back in the middle of the stage. Never mind. And gets that 1A. Speaking of 1A, twice of 1A, hitting me with that like 14,000 times.
Oh, actually going into soul charge. Oh, challenge. Big damage.
Yeah, this is really scary for Breadmaster. He just lost a chunk of health. He's probably gonna opt out of it. There it is.
Yeah. You kind of have to.
Yeah, like Hwang's movement is good enough to really stall you from being able to continue pressure with Evil Killick at full screen. So good on him for getting out of the bad situation, but then puts himself right into another one just as I say that.
Like using 6xb is a good whip punish too.
Ooh, just out of range. He was really hoping for that +2. Ooh, gets him full strength, but wakes up and gives him the seal.
Give him the real I-12. Oh, the one out, the 6K. Okay, that's a wild move to use.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that combo was not good.
I guess he's still technically jumping. Yeah.
Yeah, he was still in the air. Wait. What did Hwang just do? He said
taunt.
some words. He taunted. Oh god. Don't be phased, Breadmaster. Okay, Bob Bloodborne activated. No, not tonight.
I don't know. He's been doing really well with these CEs, but
That was a little sus.
yeah, that one was pretty sus.
Where were you on the ship? You were in medical, you say? I don't think so. I'm gonna sidestep and clean you out. Okay, devastation on deck.
He was like 90% on the CEs, so
Yeah,
I believe in it. I'm not gonna question it.
But he's gonna have to stabilize a little bit. I feel like Florida Man's kind of getting back to his own groove right now.
Oh,
Just to say
like
that-
stepping up into the throw.
Yeah, getting tossed. Woo, nice duck. Okay, back it up. Yeah, there we go. Get that business. Here we go. Breadmaster. Oh, I thought he wrung him out and I would have cried, but there he goes. Gives him the card. Oh, yeah.
Being aggressive there is actually like a little risky, too. Breadmaster's still not afraid at all.
All right, yeah, this is the pace Breadmaster wants to play. Getting that like momentum off of like a 2TP, a solid counter, a solid like whip punish. It gives him a lot of juice. So I wonder if he's gonna get another one, or he's gonna be able to keep his reign of terror. All right, 60 speed, running it up. Okay, don't be getting up and doing anything silly. Okay, slowing it down. Good stuff from Florida Man actually. I think that's the right play. Slow it down. Let your opponent move it around, but oh no, does I say that is gonna get knocked up and knocked down?
He just keeps sidestepping. He just keeps doing it. He refuses to not step.
This is Breadmaster. He just, there's no way to stop him. He's unconditionable. All right, Florida man running it in. Okay, soul charge to get some plus frames. Gonna immediately toss him to movement, and that's how it be. Oof. While rising B, good timing check. Here we go.
Okay, yeah.
Florida man
You gotta
harassing
deal
the
with
legs.
the
Yes. Ooh, wall spike.
That should be enough damage though. Gonna be close. But he's pushed away. 4A is not gonna be enough. But if you whiff it, that's gonna be the round. That's the round. That's a round.
Oh man, I don't know what to say, dude. I'm loving it, man. I'm doing the hand thing too right now. Like doing my chant. Oh, Pogmaster indeed.
Yeah, we're gonna get the run back.
Oh, this is great. I am loving this. I am loving this. I love watching both of these guys play because they both play like with a aggressive kind of explosive style. Not to say that the true path of Calibur is not exciting to watch, but you can see the cadence kind of fluctuate a lot. It's not like, oh, I've downloaded you and you figured it out. No, this one's like a brawl, man. You're just like, they both have insulted each other. You have called Jada bald for the last time. I'm coming up there, Chris Rock.
There you go, bro. Oh, goes for the cancel. The only thing about that cancel is it's a vertical, and it's not really fast.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like, I really don't know why it's good. Like, I see Florida man use it often, but
I think it's one of those situations where it's so bad it's good again. I find that, like, we're at that layer of the game where that actually sort of is applicable. Also, whipping normal RE, I guess not ideal. All right, sweep of the leg. Rolling up there, trying to get the Oki throw. Which is a good call out, honestly. He's been doing enough conditioning where... Oh, back throw, though. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, he blocks them in. I would never have blocked that.
Be careful. No way.
Oh, that's nothing. That's...
He was still dunking from the 2K.
He was literally reaching. He was literally reaching. Oh, no, he's still airborne, so it doesn't get anything good off of it. Okay, Soulborns is going to get his turn back right here. Pressure against the ring edge, too.
Did the whole string.
Oh,
Iron Will. He's going for the win. And there it almost is.
Oh, there is the Ood. He thought he was going to do it a second time, so he goes for the monument.
I've learned all I can.
Iron Will's pretty sweet. Whew. Makes your I-12 absolutely insane. That was a lot of damage.
Yo, lethal hit for hitting them.
Sick.
All right. All right, gets the K option. Doesn't get much of a fall. Kind of jumping in the air to get something tricky out there, but gets thwarted. Try to back him up, looking kind of dicey for both players right now. But they're playing pretty fast, so it's anybody's game. Goes for that little Poke-Oki. The Pokey, I guess. Pokey main.
The thing is, this red aura, look at the meter difference on them.
Yeah.
That's all red aura.
Oh, and that's all while Rising B.
For anyone watching why he does red aura, that's kind of why. He just naturally builds a lot more meter.
Which makes sense, too, because, like, what? 10 health or, like, a little bit of guard gauge? For a point? Whatever. But meter? Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Soul burns with Poipus. Like, bring out the thunder.
Damage.
I think he just showed a little bit of... Oh, man, the tempo.
How did he still hit the Wild Rising B after that? They just stared into each other's eyes
lovingly
for a really long time. And he's like, here, take this pole to the mouth.
Whoa.
Absolutely abruptly.
Oh my god, dude.
Keelik's a head pusher, okay?
Jesus Christ, dude. All right. All right. Well, if we get demonetized, you know what happened.
It's my fault. It's always my fault. Don't worry about it.
Okay, full for A. This is a great round for Florida Man. He has so much momentum, but here we go. Maybe we'll be able to get a miracle round. Farewell, he says. Kicks his legs out from underneath him. Oh, okay, Mose. Like really tense. I actually gripping my seat right now.
Breadmaster's just guarding. My bad. I didn't expect him to just stop.
Change the flow of the match by playing defense. Incredible.
Well, just see what Florida Man wants to do, because he kind of has to make something work, right?
Yo, those feet! Get him out of this house!
Now he doesn't have any meter to deal with. Except he's got feet.
Oh, stays on the ground. Good break. Rolling up in there. Double B goes for the full strength. No, don't think so.
Privilege. Oh, I forgot about the second part.
Yeah,
This?
It's coming down to the absolute wire. But meter advantage for Breadmaster. Whoa, with a backswing blow. He's going to try to count to 4. Rises to the occasion. Goes for a little micro delay in there. They're not falling for a dispersed. Gonna get.
Except it's -9 time. -9 time.
Yeah! Hits Breadmaster with his own medicine. But will this kill? I don't think so.
I think it needs to kill.
Yeah, he's in checkmate situation.
Gauge, yeah.
Oh.
And he went with the 6-6B. Like, if he doesn't break there, which I actually don't know if he was going to. Like, that was the right move to checkmate with. Like, Florida Man was on him.
Whew.
All right, I'm gonna get them going real quick so we can get this back and going. But don't forget, the Matcherino is still going. There are 17 codes remaining. Exclamation Matcherino into the chat brings up the link. Sign in or create an account. I just tried to spell Matcherino in the complete wrong way. There we go. Yeah, and use up those 17 remaining codes. 118.25 in the pot. Thank you, Revan, Rotary Lover, Palm Trees, anyone else who donated. Very much appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Man, Hey, Alibaba's here. Nice.
Oh shit!
Yo, the legend. Miss you, man. Actually, wait. Isn't he in Texas right now? Time to crash his house.
Is he?
Oh, hey, twice. Can you ask Great One if you know anybody who can hold me up for Texas Showdown? I would ideally like to hang out with Caliber players, instead of just getting a sad room all to myself.
Sad room to yourself? No.
I don't want a sad room to myself. I want to literally just be there and hang out with Caliber players, and that's it. And
the first couple times I went to an offline because I didn't know anyone at all. But I'm like a window and I'll just go because I don't care if I know people or not. I just go do stuff. Sad room by yourself is not fun.
Yes, Raz, can I room with? Sorry,
no, go for it.
I will absolutely. Yes, I will absolutely room with you if you can. If you will have me, God, I will buy. Yeah, I'll buy you all the Whataburger you want. All right, cool, awesome, thank you.
You just have to deal with this Mina for many sets.
Dude, oh listen, I went 0-22 against his Mina. I can handle it again. I'll go 0-22 again.
Punishment time.
It's fun. That was one of that. It was weird because it was so emotionally destructive that it was like playing a Souls-like for the first time, and then having that moment where you're like, oh, I don't feel pain anymore. I'm just used to getting my ass kicked.
Because you were gushing about his Mina, I think he plays the best Mina I've ever seen.
Dude, I think on paper it's the best.
For weeks.
No joke, it still is because it's the one that makes the most sense.
It is, yeah. It's optimal. It's really good.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm leaving Texas Showdown with a pocket Mina. Promise.
Bonus round all over again.
That's literally what it is. I'm leaving with
becomes your main.
Honestly, I like playing cheap characters, so it's a good secondary.
Yeah. I don't know, everyone thinks X is cheap, but I think Zephyr is just going to be hard to beat, especially on the winner side.
This is the fated like uphill battle matchup, and I'm glad to see it again. Honestly, I kind of missed these really, how should I say, this dramatic grand finals between Florida Man and Zephyr. Shout outs to whoever stopped Incendiate from killing everybody.
Monstrous. Actually, Fair Munch has been on a tear lately. Sad we didn't get to see him today, or I didn't. Oh, with the throw? No. I've seen Wong miss throws before, and I've seen Florida Man miss 2 today.
Whip punish central and gets the round off of that. Great play.
Only tiny thing is he ended up at -3, but I don't think that's a big deal.
Yeah, I think this is like Amy getting 4 roses. He's like, he's fine with it.
It was the same thing.
Yeah, very different.
Yeah,
right. I'm just saying in terms of like, I think victories, I think he'll take the round.
No, I get you. I get you. You know, good song choice, by the way.
Yes, Brave.
This one's never very classic.
Yeah, Brave League Folk Song is always a winner and never will be a loser. But right back at him. Whew. Zephyr just with the unrelenting pressure at the end there. It goes in, pokes. 6-8. Yeah. You know, I've noticed this. This works against Rust Coast players a lot. 6-6B into 6-8.
Yeah. It's because you want to step right after you get hit.
Yeah, which
A lot
you
of
can't.
people do.
You're way too plus after 6-6B. Like, especially, like, it's crazy. That move is like insanely plus. And 6-8 is also double A plus. So it's a good way of seeing if people like to move too much. And right there, we just saw a man get launched in the air, and he's about to turn into the finest. What do you think? What gas do you think you turn into after you get hit by that move?
What gas?
Yeah.
Like unleaded or something?
Unleaded. Got it. Cool, cool.
What other gas is there? I'm scared.
I was thinking
Straight
more of the
diesel?
molecular form, but you know, like,
I guess.
We'll take the actual liquid.
He's a big old fart cloud. Is that better?
I mean, okay, whatever that. All right, well, I'm not going there. Like, I've already seen what happens to the people who say that on commentary. All right, woof. Wow, what? Whoa.
You can't stop me. Do you give up?
All right, Oki time. 6B.
Candy stopper. No. Not this round.
I feel like places changed. When I got hit by Sublimated Blade by by Incendiate with my set with him in this tournament, he did Great Wall, which is weird because I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's what Zeph does. Like, Zeph likes Great Wall. And usually, like, yeah, Incendiate will do like the 6B. I don't know, maybe I'm pulling something out of my rear, but I'm like, I'm getting like reverse deja vu where I'm like, this is a different player doing a different thing. Ooh, nice call out.
I feel like that's just playing against X, though. There's a lot of situations you run into that are pretty similar.
Right, 2K. Okay, slowing it down. I'm not sure if this actually puts, especially when you try to run up throw. I feel like this is the worst feeling of the planet because he's just like, okay, I'm gonna slow this game down, create a situation where my opponent might be caught blocking, and then you immediately, in transition, just get bopped out of your throw attempt. It's just like the scariest feeling. But okay, here we go. Tense moment. Oh, getting caught moving. Oh, it's still caught moving over and over.
He just wanted to get out of there. He's lucky he didn't get wall splat either. Wong has a ridiculous sidestep, so that's the only reason why he didn't get wall splat.
Right, 2A. Yeah, this is weird. The pace is so kind of like staggered. It's just like, okay, hot moments, cold moments, hot and cold, hot and cold. Ooh, the string keeps going. Ass kick, miss it. Side throw again, almost like invisible. That's the thing is, I wonder if I don't know if anybody's ever side thrown Zephyr.
No, he was always the one side throwing people.
It's
'cause
crazy.
he runs up, sidesteps, then throws. Because he's trying to get you to press anything, and it's also like a mental check of like, oh, he's not gonna press anything, I'm gonna throw now.
Yeah,
Like,
and it
you
also
can feel your tension that way.
and it also creates a little bit more like emotional damage, I think, because the extra damage and the better situations that you do get off of those side throws. Ooh, wow, what a GI! How did he know he was gonna go for a delayed option like that? Refuse to lose. Ooh, he tries to go for another throw, just goes sideways.
Yeah, we actually use Soul Charge. I never see Zeph use Soul Charge. That's it, right?
Whew. Yes, that should be it. He's in Guts. I would be pretty sure. I hate this game. Man, you cannot call it. Oh, he goes for the trick. You sold the bucket, but then he gets a whip on.
Why do you think I questioned it?
Man.
Why do you think I questioned it?
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're a Huang. You do play Huang.
Dog.
Who's gonna post the download link to the community patch?
Did they buff that in the community patch?
I don't think they've gotten along yet. They're getting close.
Okay, good sequencing. This is doing a lot of damage and getting underneath options that normally are getting him caught. I'm liking this. All right, but then the back reverse. Okay, the 2K to annoy immediately challenges and immediately shifts the movement. Even though you're -4, you don't get anything guaranteed. So good on Zeph for keeping the pace up by continually shifting around. Oh.
I think it's 668 plus speed. Especially when Zeph is trying to fish for a launcher. Seems not bad decision making, but like Zeph is definitely looking for the launcher there. 100%. That's what he does. That's why he taps you with 2K just to get you right under Guts. And he's like, one launcher, you're dead.
Voldo.
Going Voldo.
Interesting. So, marginally better mid-range, good launcher, and, you know, has like pressure potential. He is able to operate at a slightly farther range, so I think he can slow the pace down. And yeah, we'll see what he does. I'm just kind of curious to see if I feel like he's picking this primarily for movement lockdown.
He's just shaking his hand.
Looks like I have to give my all.
Okay, ooh, so that's a good one. I like that. I like the boldness.
I mean, when do we see this character for Florida Man?
You know, honestly, it's not bad.
He would be stuck on it through the reset as well. So,
yeah, the way that he's currently playing, you're right. I think it's kind of a Hail Mary. He's hoping to visually mix up his opponent, but unfortunately,
in this bracket. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Voldo is what he's worried about.
But I'm not gonna count him out yet. I just feel like he's got to get his feet warm a little bit, and I think he's onto something. I think this matchup is quite interesting for Voldo. Yeah, look at that. All right, here we go. Roll it in. Ooh, yeah, here we go. Put it on the pressure. Goes for the roll. 4K. Do it again. Yes. Yes. Sorry. I love it. I love it.
No, he got it. He got one. If he runs the marathon in Voldo, he should switch characters.
Dude, I'm just gonna call him Utoto at this point.
I mean, he's using the default, right?
Yeah, he's using Utoto's color, so he is channeling forbidden powers. I mean, I saw his recent tweet, so I'm not gonna lie. I would be encouraged by Voldo. It wasn't what he's looking for. Oh, he gets the delay. Streak. 9K. Taking a page out of the Manta book. What's he gonna do on Oki? Is he gonna ever get up? He gets thrown. He's dead.
Yeah. That's unfortunate too, because like Zeph had a lot of health to work through, and just kept tapping him.
Okay, here we go. Getting pulled to the edge, and he's almost already dead. It only took like 25 seconds. That's crazy. Oh my god.
Versus actually dead.
All right, Zeph. now on playing with his food tier a little bit.
Just
You know, that full screen into Crybaby transition where it's actually not like that much of a meme. It's a really good way to maintain your lead because it's very safe in terms of like what your opponent can actually do to swing the round around. But it's also a very comfortable spot to be. Okay, Soul Charge going to the front turn. So if you're gonna go swimming with the fishes, yep. it's a Voldo. Oh, he tried to get Demon Elbow. Well, not Demon Elbow, the other elbow. So he pulls him in.
Oh boy. Ooh, good launcher.
Yep, goes for the cheese wheel. Okay, Soul Charge again. Anton, give me strength.
Gonna try
Oh,
here. Needs to make something happen right now.
It's happening. Oh my god, what a clutch Soul
First off,
Charge.
The purples.
I'm so stressed. Oh,
my
the TP
gosh.
whip punish. Yes, good call out from downtown. Excellent choice. Great use of the I-16B.
Really like Florida Man's take on Waldo too. Plays very differently.
Yes, it's like, you know, kind of slow it down a lot. Plays really patiently. Not really like YOLO, but once he smells blood in the water, he'll immediately get himself into back turned and really press the issue with good timing off of 4K.
It's like he's playing Geralt, but he's playing Baldo. Does that make any
Yes.
sense? Like, it's very fundamental based, which is odd for this kind of character.
Yeah, we're used to seeing kind of the wild style, but this character does have strong neutral tools, but unfortunately, strong neutral doesn't beat the sword. But is he dead?
Justice. In Soul Charge, yeah.
Yeah, he's cooked. Oof. But that was a rough round, but good showing. You got it down to 2 to 3.
Show respect for the fallen who
Yeah,
fought so
that wasn't about showing. Don't take what I said like to full heart. I just meant if I were trying to reset our bracket, I would go with the strongest character I know. If you're just trying to throw off Seth with one character pick, I mean that's just at that point you're just trying to get some good reps in. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's good to have a random pocket that you can pull out in tournament and you won't know until you try it.
Absolutely. All right, well, I'm going to go to the restroom, but I had to cede the floor to Chapter, who's got an important announcement about the future of SoulCalibur at a big event called Evo.
Well, that didn't put any pressure on me at all because I was just gonna do like a little thing here, but I guess now I have the entire weight of the game on my shoulders. It's awesome.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
Easy clap.
Yeah, so for those that know and checked out our announcement over on the Faustian FGC Twitter page, we had made mention that we are going to be doing something called the Suite of History. The Suite of History is going to be located inside the Mandalay Bay, as well as Evo, of course. And we rented ourselves a multimedia suite, which means that it has like a giant conference room in it. So there's going to be plenty of space for setups at this point. It's a bigger room than we had actually originally thought we were going to get. So it's going to be, hopefully, a 24/7 dedicated throughout from Thursday to Sunday when we all leave for SoulCalibur. So it's going to be pretty cool. And, of course, we're going to be running a tournament as well. I'm still waiting to hear back from the official Evo folks. So I have already spoken to Rick personally. Hadooz, you know him, and he has guaranteed that the approval for SoulCalibur 6 will happen and will be happening with myself and this little event that we're putting together. So that is a verbal agreement that I had from him, and I have no reason to doubt that it won't go through once the official channels are open. So I imagine we probably have some questions if folks are in chat that might want to ask some stuff, and then I would probably be able to see what I can talk about so far and what I can't talk about because I can't promise it or something. So I can see chat now. So yeah, you would have to buy Evo Venue Pass, but you only would have to spend the $2 for access to the casual area, because I believe that is where we're going to be hosting the tournament, more than likely. So
Yeah, I'm not sure how to do it.
An entry fee on your end?
Yes. So the entry fee on our end is $20. We already talked about that. In the breakdown for it is that $15 is going to go towards the pot, and $5 is going to go towards the people that are helping us. We've already had a lot of people offer to bracket run and TO, and like a big thing is for those that may not have been to Evo before, is there's a lot of goddamn walking that happens at Evo. And so we're going to need some people who are willing to walk back and forth potentially, 2-3 times in order to get these setups done, especially with the Suite of History. So I would like to pay those people. And so $5, $20 entry fee is going towards that. As far as the suites it's for casuals. It's a place for people to hang out that's dedicated, because I can't guarantee that we're going to have a ton of dedicated space in the casual area for Evo, because I don't even know what the setup's like there yet. It's also for the runbacks, as Chunk mentioned. It's also for money matches, and also those that make a small donation to the Suite of History that's there. We're going to have some custom merch made just for the Suite of History, and there might also be some legal fun stuff that's also there as like little goodie packs for you whenever you come by the suite. So if you want to take advantage of some of the local fare, where you're going to have it there in the room. So not just snacks, not just alcohol, not just tons of water, because God knows I don't want you to spend $5 on a bottle of fucking water.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to be renting a SUV while there to go raid the local stores and make sure that our suite is packed. So come by, get some snacks, get some water, get something.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. We are also, for those of you who can't make Evo, we are planning on, we're still figuring out the logistics on trying to stream like as much of this as possible. So if you can't make it to Evo and want to watch in on some of the action, we're trying to get a stream, sort of get that set up. I think so far the plan is we're going to do it on my channel.
Yeah, we'll likely do it on your channel, and if we do something for the suite, we might put it on the Faustian channel that we don't really use right now. So,
we'll get those more of those details sort of out. But if you're unable to join, there will be still chances to at least watch the action as it's going on, and it will be recorded for the most part.
Also, any of those that are on the fence for Combo Breaker, I am renting a house at Combo Breaker, calling it the Fat Frat House for right now. Anyone's welcome there as well. It's a few minutes from the venue, so I know that there's going to be tons of stuff dedicated to Combo Breaker, but if you're on the fence of whether or not to go, you definitely should, because we're going to be there. Pacific Northwest especially is going to be there, of course, so that'd be a fun time to see you.
It's all dope. You should go. Because they actually care about the game and put it on the feature instead of having to do all the side stuff where this man has to show up and, like he said, put on his back like this.
Oh yeah, sorry I haven't written or done more lately. For those that know, I broke the shit out of my hand, so I'm kind of like enjoying Oxy while not typing currently.
You do enough. Also, that sounds amazing. That sounds like a good time.
It's a pretty great time. I didn't know that Oxy stuffed you up, though. So, man, I had to buy a bidet, too. I'm just saying.
Right. Anyway, well, so there's definitely some good plans, big plans for Evo. Again, please stay tuned. Best way to keep updated on that news is always going to be Twitter. Almost all the SoulCalibur FGC is really updated on Twitter, so best to stay for that. At least, again, you can follow my Twitter, Chapter's Twitter. Also, I believe SabinDeus is also involved in helping us out as well. So,
of course.
You can help there.
Yeah, and pretty much as soon as I put anything out, everyone's going to put something out in that regard. So as long as you're following at least one of us, which you should follow all three of us. I don't know why, but you should. But you'll hear something as soon as that happens. Don't forget, though, we got the Match Arena link in chat right now. We've still got a few codes to be claimed. Please do so we can give Zephikai some more money, because he's got 2 kids to, buy presents for and still travel for all this stuff. So get some of the codes.
He works hard.
He does work hard.
He works hard.
He does.
He legitimately does.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But anyway. So thank you for that chapter. Appreciate that announcement. That's dope. I've been kind of hype about that. So Evo's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be my first Evo, because I didn't go to the Cursed Locust Plague.
That was so great.
Dude, the crazy part is it ended the day Evo started. which is wild.
Yeah, right as before we end real quick, we will have forms coming out for volunteers and for commentary. As I said, I'm trying to see if we can't get some folks paid that are doing that. So if you are interested in that and want to jump the gun, go ahead and shoot me a message over at chapterxlvii on Twitter or reach out to me on Discord.
As everybody like,
Yeah.
I know let me do my precursory one. I want in. No, I'm joking. Anyway, no, but like I before I'll go, if you have any doubts about how should I say this, chapter events, I literally, like, bonus round is like one of the best events I've ever been to in my life. The fact that I don't have to fly up to go experience that again is a miracle. So especially if you're SoulCal, you know, I don't know how many SoulCal players are left. Come on, we gotta go. We have to go. Can't just be Blue and friends, man. We gotta be like, we gotta bring it back. I want to see Ben there. I don't care how expensive gas is. We gotta go. I won't
be able to bring the nightclub with me, but everything else, you know, as far as how it was ran, we could definitely handle it.
So bring the nightclub, bro. We're going to Vegas.
Or Vegas. The nightclub's already there.
Also, we got with the suite. Why don't we have a team tournament with our international competition if they can make it out? You know,
man. Okay,
I've already got that set up.
I got it. The reward for that is we get the standard community patch is on the winners.
Oh no.
Jesus.
We get to decide the meta for the rest of the game. I'm just gonna call it right now. You think EU's gonna beat us at this game right now? If they don't have skill to carry their asses, we're gonna body the shit out of them.
Oh my god. Oh, I love this. All right.
That's
late.
True.
All right, it is very, very late. Necro's dying, so we're gonna end this one out here. So, congratulations to Zephikai for winning another episode of Wednesday Night Fights. Shouts out to Florida Man for second, and Breadmaster in third. Yoshi 6 in a close fourth. Thank you for everyone who came out and participated in bracket. Thank you to my commentators, Konmai, Necromaster, JJJ, and BeanieThuggish. Thank you so much. Shouts out to Chapter for the cool Evo announcement update. Sort of appreciate that as well, and thank you to everyone who used and donated in the Matcherino. Big shout out to Revan for donating to the Parsec Fund. Thank you for helping us keep that going. And then thank you for everyone for watching. Are there any more thank yous I could possibly say?
Thank you to Bigpapachunk for being a big papa.
Yeah.
Sir. I'm sorry. I'm. It's like 2 a.m. for me. I don't have much left in the tank.
Necro's dying. Yeah.
All right. That's a married man right there. Let me just say.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. I'm gonna send this right off. You can go play with the fish, who's doing some more Parsec lobbies. So if you want to get some games in, go play with him.
My roommate.
Your new roommate. All right. Thank you so much. I'll be out here again next week with episode 14. Hope to see you all again then. Stay safe, stay kind, and play SoulCalibur. Damn it. All right. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Raid button. And